Don't sit there smiling like that.
We back.
Presidential.
We back again. Hendo Podcast. I'm your host, Courtney Hendo. And once again, I have some special guests in the building. I'm not going to introduce anybody because last time I introduced people, they got upset with me because they don't want to be introduced. Unless you guys want to be introduced. No, we're not. What we're going to do,
Spicy today, huh?
we're going to introduce at the end of the show. You know what I mean? So it's all good. What's going on today, you guys? Like I said, I'm your host, Courtney Hendo, and I got some special people in the building. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. A lot of things to talk about. Let's jump into it, man. I want to get into some current events. I was on my Instagram last week, and I seen this pop up over my feed, and I was so interested in discussing this topic with you. So Michael Jordan's son is dating Scottie Pippen's ex-wife, and let's break down the context so you guys understand, because I know how Mike is with context. So what happened was he's dating his ex-wife. His ex-wife has kids as well, and their kids was raised with Michael Jordan's son. Okay, so now they're in a relationship. How do you guys feel about this? Is this a violation?
No.
Yes.
No.
Who want to start with the discussion? Yeah. Now think about what you said.
I'll start. No, are there two grown consenting adults? I don't care if she babysitted him earlier on or something. That's just they're two grown consenting adults, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
I mean, you gotta understand this now. Think about what I just said there.
I heard what you said. What that mean?
Think about what I just said, Mike.
What does that mean,
Mike? Okay.
Courtney.
Okay.
Courtney.
Let's break this down. Let's break it down in your context. That's like saying that your mom is dating your dad's best friend, and think about, like, if you have friends, right?
Yeah.
Your mom's dating one of your friends.
Okay.
You okay with that?
If that's what happens, that's what happens. What I'm gonna do?
Come on, Mike.
Would you date your mom or your friend's mom?
What up? I've dated someone's cousin, someone's best friend.
But that's not their mom.
I mean, maybe close to it. They old enough, they might be their damn uncle. I think I've got close to uncle or something. But I think it's just, that's the thing. So like, why is it? These are two consenting adults. That's their business. At the end of the day, once you get to a certain, how old is the son?
He's 20. I think he's 26.
Well, he's over that 25 years old.
Scottie Pippen's
25.
Okay, but I thought she was dating somebody else now.
Pippen's ex-wife.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I've seen her in a picture with somebody else.
No.
I'm serious. I seen it today.
Brother, have fun. Have fun, brother. Have fun.
Unless this is a week. I read this a week ago. 1 week ago, I read this.
You might be a little late.
No, but I'm saying though, do you think that's whether she's dating him now or currently or out there, past week, whatever it is that a violation on you? You don't think it's a violation at all?
No, I don't either. I mean, we grown.
Okay,
we grown.
So,
you like who you like.
Exactly.
So if your dad dated one of your friends,
okay,
you wouldn't have no problem with that.
I be trying to hook my dad up with my friends.
Man, stop. Man, stop.
My uncle be trying to get with my own girls. Okay,
stop
he got my own girl too.
I'll be honest. I probably would not date a friend's dad. I probably wouldn't, just because we have nothing in common.
What if they look good though? You got sex in common?
No.
They got a lot of money.
That's crazy, man.
Girl, I'm trying to climb. You better climb that tree. The social ladder tree.
I got a story on that.
Oh, please. I need to hear this story.
I just had to look up some. Scottie Pippen's ex-wife dated a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Sure.
Bro,
she dated a bunch of people.
She could tell you did a bunch of people, but think about the context of what I just said, though. Think about the context. She's dating his, they grew up together. You know what I mean? Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan, she has kids. They all grew up together. So she's dating one of her kids' friends.
Yeah, but
that's not a violation.
But I'm thinking about it as far as Michael Jordan Jr.'s perspective, right? Mm-hmm. He probably been one to smash.
Right.
He probably
been
was like, I'll fuck the shit out of that girl if he gave me a chance. And she gave him a chance.
I agree with you.
So, I mean,
I agree with you.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Michael Jordan don't give a fuck.
He probably feel away.
Put this in your perspective, though.
Scottie probably feel away, but Michael probably don't care.
Put this in your perspective, though.
Uh-huh.
Now, one of your dad or vice versa, your mom is dating one of your friends. One of your friends, Q. That's not a violation.
Yeah, but it's not it would have to be, in order for me to feel away, it couldn't be my mom dating a friend because that's not what this is about. It would have to be like my ex is dating Terrell's son.
Son in this world.
Because in context, that's what it is. It's two friends, and then his ex is dating one of his friend's sons. So it would have to be one of my friend's son dating my ex.
So
for
would
me to
I
feel
be
away.
wrong if I'm dating somebody, one of my childhood friends' dad?
Hell yeah.
No.
What?
No, I don't think so.
What?
I don't think so.
Oh shit!
Oh my God! I can't believe you guys are saying this right now.
I don't think
Yeah,
it's wrong.
I had friends in school, and I talked to my friend's dad. So this is like similar to that situation, right?
Yeah,
I don't
same
feel like I'm
thing.
wrong. I'm grown. I'm a grown
Oh
adult.
my
He's
God!
grown. I'm the same age as his kids, but
So you dated one of your friend's dads before?
I am right now. Yes.
You dating one of your friend's dads right now?
Yes.
Please break down that story, please. Break down that story right now. We need to know all the grits and the cream of the crop of
I
it.
can't do all that now.
Okay,
but
tell me the outskirts of it. Give me the rim, just some details.
okay. Well, I went to school with a girl. She was my best friend in 7th grade, and now I'm older, and her dad is a little bit older. He's about my mom's age. But
Can you give me age? Can you give me age?
He's 46.
That's not bad. That's not
I'm
bad.
29.
Once again, younger girls like older dudes. Back. All right, go. Keep on.
And he's my dude. We've been together 4 years. So,
Interesting.
That's good.
yeah.
Give it up before, yeah.
Kids probably don't like it, but I mean,
Have the kids say anything to you?
a few times. It wasn't like you guys shouldn't be together and then like that. It just kind of like, it's kind of awkward. I'm like, well, it is what it is, you know? We're all consenting adults.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. Hey, man. If it floats your boat, I say do it.
I think it's more so if he was like best friends with like one of his kids, and it was like something. I think that's where it might be different. For if it was like this was my best friend, the son like was best friends with like Scottie Pippen's son or something, and it'd be like a whole different thing. But I think from the context of Scottie and Michael Jordan, no. But
Okay,
if
so
it was,
they were the ones that's friend, and the kids was just like around because they was friends.
yeah.
So why is that wrong? They wouldn't even have known each other if the dads wasn't, in the league together.
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
And how long Scotty been with that girl?
Scotty been with that girl for a while, like 6-7 years or something like that.
Okay, so that wasn't even like childhood. Like, wasn't she didn't see that man be born or nothing like that?
it wasn't like her godson.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's free game. Free game. Free game. Like Mike said, let the Hunger Games begin.
They probably been messing around for years.
Right, let it have some fun.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy, man. But I can see it from the son's perspective. But I don't know about her perspective though. She's 55, I think.
She a freak.
That's misogyny right
She a
there, y'all.
freak.
Because it's a woman. See, if it was Diddy doing this all day long, no one cares. But when it's an older woman, there's always a double standard. It doesn't matter.
I was literally just saying that
it could
about
be-
Diddy and Lori Harvey in the past. People were talking about that too.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
did he mess with Lori Harvey, or did she mess with the son?
No, she was with Diddy.
Yeah. Lori
I'm
Harvey.
talking about the age
Oh, I'm
wise.
talking
Anyway,
about.
yeah.
Yeah, the
But when a man does it, no one
Pippen.
cares. It's like it's always like it's kind of like
Nah, Pippen wife messed with Future.
Yeah, but I thought she messed with one of the Diddy and the son too.
She probably did. Lord,
She
hey,
done been around.
Scottie Pippen wife could have been around like a motherfucker, boy.
She
She
probably
done-
been dealing with Michael Jordan's son for a few years already.
That's crazy though, man. Okay, I got a lot of feedback from our last episode too. So a lot of people was hitting me about one of the questions we had last about can you have friends of the opposite sex, right? So question number one, can you have friends? Can you truly be friends of somebody of the opposite sex? And that's the first question. And the second question is how many friends do you have of the opposite sex that you feel attracted to, where you're attracted to?
What's the second question?
So how many friends that are the opposite sex are you that really your friends that you are attracted to?
I ain't gonna answer that.
She tapped out. She tapped out.
now she said, "She said, let me know why
Hey, so let's break this down. Let's break this down first, though. So, do you have friends of the opposite sex? And how many friends do you have first?
I got buku girlfriends. Like,
how many?
I got buku female friends.
We're talking about real friends, though. How many friends do you truly have, like of the opposite sex?
A lot.
That you have like no attraction to.
That you count as your friend, not acquaintances. Okay. No acquaintances. Real friends.
Real friends.
Who want to start? Let's start with Q. Since he started, let's start with Q. How many friends do you have? How many friends do you have of the opposite sex that you say you're real, true friends?
Real cool with? I got a few. I got like at least 1, 2, 3. 8. Like at least like a good 7 that I met just out here since I've been here.
And you classify these people your real friends?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You call them for anything.
I don't call people for nothing.
Not acquaintances. Your real friends.
Yeah, they cool. Yeah.
All right. We'll go with you.
I have about two male friends that are my friends for 15 plus years.
Okay. Terrell, how many friends would you say that you're the opposite sex that are your true friends?
Yeah, I got a good like 10.
10. All right.
Yeah.
I would say like 4.
4. Mr. Mike.
Well, for the gay community, me and my homies. Oh man, all my dudes are attractive.
No, but how many friends do you have though? You say you're real friends. Of the opposite sex though now.
He said he only like guys.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right.
You're right. No problem. It's okay. No, so me, tons. All my guy friends are always attractive. I only like to be around like.
Yeah.
That was the question. If they're attractive.
Well, that was the second. That was the second part of the question.
See, I can't have an ugly female friend. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you.
Really?
What?
Why? That's a whole other conversation.
That's what we get into. That's what we get into.
What a cool personality.
I mean, she might be ugly with a cool personality, but that's that
community.
So you're saying that all your friends, truly your friends, have to be attractive.
In one way or another, yeah. In one way or another, yeah.
They gotta have some
who would be around the ugly? Who would be
at all?
This is what reminded me of Terrell with the flowers. When our girl got mad, it was like, so you wouldn't buy flowers for an ugly girl? No, I wouldn't buy flowers for an ugly girl.
we were out in the neighborhood, and my husband was like, the only dude you was talking to, your friend had. He was like, you think he was attractive, light skinned dude. You thought he was cute. He was like, because everybody else come talk to you, be like this. He's like, I know you. I was like, yeah, and that's cool. I only like talking to you if you're cute to me.
Damn.
That's it.
That's crazy, man.
What we gonna have in common?
Well, the 2 guys that are my friends, I don't find them attractive. That was the second question. I forgot about that part.
That's her safe.
I don't find them attractive. I don't look at them like that. You know?
So
that's the safe zone.
Safe zone.
I mean,
she said they need to walk with big
I don't think I can have friends that are just super attractive to me. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of crazy.
I mean, to me, that's crazy. They have to be attractive to be your friend. It
don't have to be attractive. Like, it don't have to be just towards me, but they got to be attractive in general. They got to have something, like, you know what I'm saying?
They got to have good quality.
All the big girls roll up the LP.
I be doing like photo shoots and all kinds of shit. I be wanting to hit people up and be like, hey, come on through and be a model for me. You know what I'm saying? She can't be big and busted and come and try to model and nah.
That's funny.
Well, I mean, I've dated one of my close friends before, and he was attractive, but he was the only one that I would consider like a close friend where I was like, okay, I can date you. Didn't work out because he was too much of a friend, but if would I do it again? No, absolutely not.
So I have a question for you. So are you in a relationship right now?
I'm talking to someone.
Okay. So when you're in a relationship, do you do you have friends of the opposite sex when you're in a relationship?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And we've had this conversation and we talked it through, and he has his friends and I have my friends. He knows about that person that I've dated. He's probably listening. Hey. But yeah, we said, like, if your friend was your friend, just let me know if anything happened prior, and then we'll go about it as we're in the relationship. Now, if that friend that you were talking to comes at me a certain way, then we got a problem. Then we can talk it through, because that's the time where it's like, nah, we can't do that. You got to let that friend go.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I get you. So what about new friends in a relationship?
No.
Since you No new friends?
No new friends.
Dang, she said no new friends.
I agree.
No new friends in relationship.
I agree. I agree, because what are you doing outside making new friends?
I'm friendly. I'm friendly as hell. I'm hella friendly.
I love it.
I think
like
it just
him.
depends on like where are you meeting them? How are you meeting them? Because if it's like a group of people, for example, I just met some of you guys. Like you guys are my new friends, so that's different. But if it's like if you're out at the club with your boys and then a group of girls comes and then it's like, hey, what's up? Oh, how are you doing? Oh, this is my new friend. No, that's not your new friend.
About 60% of my new friends. The gym.
Well, I guess from the woman's perspective, I mean, see, that's what's kind of messed up, because it's like when it's me, it's like, okay, I know my intentions is pure, but I don't know about you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you got going on. I can trust myself more than I can trust. I don't know.
You can trust him. I mean, that's the fun of it all, though.
But it ain't fun when you gotta like dig deep and stuff.
You gotta
And
dig deep. I know what you want off back. You can tell. You can tell what somebody want off back.
You can tell when someone's genuine though, and I should be able to trust you to make new friends. But sometimes it's like, okay, you're doing too much.
I mean, some niggas do too much though.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
And that's the thing.
I agree with you.
You know your partner. You know
it depends on how you come at your friend. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, my friends, like, we just be, you know, I don't even chill with people. I work too much. So it's like, if I see you around, you dap you off, say what's up. You know, how your relationship going, how your children, whatever the case may be.
But in your industry of work, you probably meet a lot of new people all the time. It's like, what could you do? You know, you meet people all the time.
Yeah, but believe it or not, a lot of women don't like that. A lot of women be like, do you have to be that nice? I'm like, that's paying the bills. Being nice, pay the bills. That's hospitality.
True that.
Let 'em know.
That's how I am too.
Let 'em
I'm very
know.
talkative. I like meeting new people all the time.
I mean, there's a difference between being nice, meeting people, and all that shit, than trying to fuck them. I mean, there's a line, you know.
I feel you on that one. You're right. Relationships are complicated, especially that. You know what I mean? I don't know. But you know, y'all know what I think, though. You know what I'm saying?
Of course, we know what you think.
We know what you think.
Hell nah, she can't have no new friend. Her daddy ain't a friend no more. All her nephews and nieces can't come over now. Can't be our kids' friends.
That's how you are.
No friends. But there is certain friends.
You may not even smile at it. Take somebody.
That's true.
Here like this Courtney, man. Who's making you smile? I'm the only one here bringing you joy.
But there is certain friends. I don't know if Terrell could attest to this, because I know Terrell got some of the same female friends I got. So there is certain female friends that's really just friends that other females don't feel comfortable with you being around. You know what I'm saying? There's certain female friends that that makes other women insecure.
The pretty ones.
Yeah.
But it be the ones that sometimes too, it be the girls they be doing the most too. Like they want, you probably don't like her in that manner, or you probably respect her as a woman, but some women is not. They don't have the same way of thinking. You know, they like you for your looks or your attitude or whatever. They got ill intentions sometimes too.
Do you have any stories that you want to share with us? Because you know we love stories on this podcast.
I don't have no stories.
Come on. Oh, yes. Let me hear the story. I need to hear this.
Let it
meat and
out.
potatoes.
I was dating a guy back in 2019, and he had a best friend. And this best friend, I hadn't met her yet. And then we ended up going somewhere, and she was there. And he was like, oh, this is my girlfriend, Bria. Like introduced me. And then she looked at me, and she was like, hi, and continued her conversation with him. Wow. And I was like trying to interject and say something, and she just completely ignored me. After that, we never spoke. He tried to hide a couple things like involving her, and that's when I realized like, okay, something's going a little left. And then I realized that they had a past, which I previously asked about. And then that's where things just, dissipated, and I was like, I can't do it anymore.
That's interesting, man. That's
the sneaky stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I never dated someone that had like a girl best friend, or I never had to deal with that. So
yeah, but see, she had the ill intention towards him, where she would make little cutesy comments to him like via text or something like that, and he's just like, no, that's my friend. And I was like, did you not catch the little like smiley happy face? And then she sent a picture of him to himself saying like, oh yeah, you look good when you're happy, like, but he had no shirt on, and like it was just weird stuff. So it's like
who is this dude?
He said,
Did you get the picture of him with his shirt off?
Because they had a pass together. It was like
Can't better memories.
I got the same picture.
Remember you just got out of bed and was looking up at me?
But exactly. That's why I was like, no, this isn't gonna work out.
It wasn't.
Mhm.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
no,
That was
that
on
was
some
never
sneaky
gonna
I
work.
let that one go.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah, I ain't with the friend thing because you like Q said already. You gotta find that person attractive. You know, them dudes are attracted to you. They just waiting for that right moment to slide in that crack, man.
Not every man.
Not every man, but a lot of them.
I mean, some people just
A
like
lot of them.
some people just like the fun of it all. A lot of times, people aren't really expecting anything out of it. Some people just like the fantasy of it. People always like what they can have, or they like what they've had and somebody else has now. You know,
true, though.
but a lot of
That's
people
true.
aren't really trying to like really go the extra mile. I think it's just when the perfect timing kind of lines up. You think about it most of the time, because no one really has that type of like, you know, you have to lie or maneuver it. Usually, a lot of these times where people slip up is because it literally was just perfect timing. Like one of those things where it was like, damn, we was both here, both drunk, and your partner wasn't here. You know what I mean?
See, you see that? That's why I have no friends around my girl. My girl has no friends. I'm her only friend. I'm her only friend. I'm her only friend.
Your
Guys.
guy, shit, son. He got
I'm her
he got
only friend.
GPS on her.
I'm
probably do.
her only
Miss
friend.
Hendo got GPS. She be walking around business.
I'm her only friend. I'm her only friend. Ain't no friend. Ain't no new friend.
That's crazy.
Okay. Once again, I have some more feedback. So we're talking about dating outside our race.
Yeah.
Question for you guys. Number one, when you see somebody else, like a black person, dating outside their race, how do you feel when you see one of your own dating outside their race?
I'll start with you.
All right, that's fine. Yeah. So
How does it make you feel?
I got something to say.
So this is how it made me feel. So it depends on a couple things. If she is attractive, and then he's just like shaggy dude type of fucker. Nah, that dude made me feel a certain type of way because I'm like, bro, there's a you could have hopped on anybody, but you wouldn't have hopped on that like for what? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, if he treating her like a queen or whatever, and then she digging it or whatever, then that's all good and dandy or whatever. But a lot of times that's not really the case. But I do understand in San Diego a lot of people prefer that dating, especially the men, they like dating others and all that kind of stuff like that. So
my question,
Others.
yeah. So the question is,
Not others. That whole list. He just said, others.
right. So like if you see a bad one, Q, you're trying to get at her, and she's a black girl, right?
and she like the white dude,
and she what a white dude.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel though when you see that though?
Oh man, I just shake my head, bro. I shake my head.
I know, but how you make you feel though?
I can't say it like pisses me off because it don't really piss me off. That's her business. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm like, it makes me question like what she went through or what happened. You know what I'm saying? And we're like what really happened to her? Like, was she hurt?
Most of the time. I mean, she has been like a motherfucker. A person had to make her like so hurt.
Yeah. That had to be like that out here. Yeah, fuck.
Is that just a San Diego thing?
We don't date outside our race back home like that. That's just y'all. That's just not. I would say that's a northerner thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Nah, not a northern. They be on the East Coast doing that.
the East Coast is northerner to me. Anything over the with the Barry Pacey line, whatever the fuck you want to call
I
it.
think it's just like new. It's like a new thing now because it's like we be so used to dealing with our culture. I've never dated outside my race. First of all,
Never did outside your race.
no, I haven't. I've talked to other people outside my race, but we never dated or anything. Like, it just wasn't my stilo. So, but I will say now that I'm getting older and I'm from San Diego, born and raised here. I've lived in Texas. I lived in Vegas. I lived all around. I traveled all around the world. So I like to interact with all different kinds of races. I just don't feel anymore like I'm a San Diego. Like you said, is like we always dealing with the same type of dudes out here. So it's like we got to date outside our race now to see, maybe
What type of dude? Sorry to cut you
what's
off.
the same type of dudes?
Yeah. San Diego
Turn it
native.
raw. Say it with your chest. Go
all
ahead.
these people. I mean, we always dealing with the same type of San Diego dudes. It's lying, cheating, outside at the club. I don't know. Maybe I just never
want to be pimps.
want to be pimps. They're all pimps.
Oh, yeah.
They all got a couple, you know. It's always something. So it's like, let me date outside my race now because maybe I'm looking in the wrong direction.
Yeah. So I can say like not everybody. There's not a lot of there's not a lot of options, and we got to break that whole thing down again. You know what I'm saying? There's really not a lot of options. So then once you exert your options, I guess you do have to kind of look other places. But you can't just be like, all right, well, I done talked to all the black girls I could talk to in San Diego, so now I'm gonna move to Orange County. Eventually I'm gonna be in LA.
Let me see what the hype is about, because now I'm just like, okay, I'm dealing with the same people. Let me explore my other avenues, because I'm tired of doing the same thing. Maybe I can go get me a white man. It might be a little different. It might not be the same package, but it might be, a little different. The things that I'm looking for might not be in what I'm looking for in these black men.
But see, I'm just curious that what happens when the white dude or the Mexican dude disappoint in the same way? Like, is it like a fuck? Like, what do you do then?
Yeah, okay. That last time.
At least you tried.
Right.
That's all you can do is try.
Let's shift to this side a little bit. We can start with you. Ooh, I see ready. You had something to say. If you see, a black guy dating outside of his race, like a white guy, Mexican guy, whatever it is. How do you feel when you see that? Like them as a couple or whatever?
Oh, man. Oh God. I do get a little frustrated because I'm like, why? Like, what was it that made you want to be with this specific person? Yeah. But I feel like it's because of kind of like where I came from. So like I played beach volleyball. I was around a lot of, we'll go with white women. And I heard, specifically from people like why they would date black men. So when it would come to that situation, I would look at it differently because of the things that they would say. And, they weren't choosing, if we're going to go off the LA area, they weren't choosing the guy who lived over on Crenshaw. They were choosing the ones that they thought were, more prestige based on where they go to school or
LA High. Huh?
Yeah, the sport that they play. It wasn't necessarily because of them as a person, where I feel like we might more so look at a black man being a black woman and be like, I like him for him. Now, not saying that the white girl or another race doesn't like him for him, but it's very interesting how they do pop up around the time that the guys are in college or after college. That's just,
I like that.
What about you, Terrell?
It's intentional.
How does it make you feel?
Man, I don't care. Hey, whatever you want to date. You know what I mean? It's a big ocean out there. Hella fishes. Hella fishes. Colors, sizes. Yeah. Do what you want. I do what I want on my side. I ain't struggling, so I ain't tripping.
All right, I can dig that. Mike, can we get your?
Say, hold on. One more thing.
Oh yeah. Jump on there.
I think it bothers me more when a beautiful like black woman dates a dirty nigga than it do when she dates somebody else. No, that shit really do irk me though. Like when they be pulling up, be like, and I'm not gonna lie, like a lot of black women out here, like, you know what I'm saying? Not a lot. There is a certain group of black women out here that, I have seen out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen you out, and they like to take care of themselves, make sure they dressed up and all that kind of shit like that before, So that's cool, you know what I'm saying? But when you pull up and you go to like the restaurants and all kind of stuff like that, and you with a nigga who's not really up to par, that shit is noticeable, bro. Like,
that's a builder nigga.
It's horrible. That shit's horrible, bro. It's like that shit irks me more than anything, though.
So I didn't answer the question then. So the question is, how do we feel when we see one race out with another race?
Yes.
I be tripping out sometimes, especially when I see like white people with like 6 black kids. I'd be like, what is going on? It just be a trip because it's like you're not used to seeing that. It's like, what is going on in that household? I don't know. I'm not used to it still.
I get I mean, my girl's Mexican, and in the beginning, I mean, we used to get a lot of crazy looks, a lot from black women and things like that nature. Which I understand, though. I get it.
Mexican men doesn't look at you. Mexican men.
You know what? I get that too. I still get that. Mexican men don't really they're not fond of that for sure.
Of course they're not.
No, because they're usually racist.
Yeah.
I mean, I also feel like it depends on how the black man carries himself when he's with, for example, a white woman or any other race. Like, if you walk past them and they start looking away or they start walking away from their girl, then I'm like, okay, you don't feel comfortable in your situation. So now I feel like, ooh, why are you with her? So I feel like I look at it differently. If he was cool and he's like on her arm and he's like, yeah, this is my woman, then I'm like, okay, cool. Like, go on, do your thing. But if he's acting funny, then I'm like, I don't know. It's looking like get out.
Yeah, blink twice if you're not happy.
Right.
Out here in San Diego, though, these black men be with these white girls for other reasons. And so
Social
I be
security.
What reason
Like
you
what?
think? What reason?
what's going on there? I mean, most of the times they be like pimps and they have white girls. They like the white girls because they don't talk back. They don't have all this mouthy stuff to say to them. And that's why they choose the white woman. I mean, here in San Diego, from my perspective, from me growing up with, the people I grew up with, they like the white woman for that reason.
For pimping reasons?
For that reasoning, and because they don't talk back. Some of these white girls nowadays do. They be having a lot of black girlfriends, and they be.
There you go.
They be.
They need to hear what you're saying, my friend.
Y'all can't hear me.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a lot of black girlfriends down out here, so they got a little mouth now.
Interesting. Wow. I heard that. Let's keep on rolling then. You know what I mean? You guys want to add anything, Mike? Oh, I need to hear your experience. I need to hear that on Mike now, Mike.
No.
So in the community, like,
oh yeah, the community's the same. Gay or straight does not matter. The same things happen out there. I think the thing is, when I see it, I don't really. I just look at people first in general. Like, is there anything in common? You know what I mean? I think sometimes when other people go for other races, and you could tell that, like, culturally, there's no competency, there's no congruency there. So I look at it in those senses where I'm like, what type of, like, it's one thing if you was the Tina Marie, you know what I mean? The white girl that was around the way growing up with, I get it. A lot of us grew up in these neighborhoods where black and brown, Tongans, all of that stuff, right? But it's when you get somebody where I'm like, where's your friend groups are going to mix well? Where's those other things? Because at the end of the day, those don't matter to you if it's more from a socioeconomic status perspective, right? And I think it's just that where it's just like, you and your girl both are two traditional black Southern man, traditional,
we are,
Mexican woman, but both from communities that, have similarities, similar upbringings, not even just the traditionalness.
Yeah.
So it can also play a part in there. I'm not saying you have to be able to watch Living Single and Martin with me, but when you look at certain things, you see some people and you see what really gets is like what you guys were saying is when you see some of those black dudes, especially when they with like a white girl, and they feel like they just kind of got this prize on their arm. And that's where I don't like when people feel like just because you have another race, you have a prize, because that's self-hate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So love what you love. You know what I mean? Because some people grew up in areas where they never saw a black person. They could be black themselves. The only time they saw it could be in, on TV.
Yeah.
And some people just you go to college, you go out, so that's fine. But it's when you got that look like, yeah, I'm doing it. And I'm like, you're really not. You actually look like a damn joke to us because you should be happy. And she looked crazier too because I know she could feel that energy.
Yeah.
I'm just walking with her like, yeah, I got this one. It's different if you like, look, I got that bad red bone.
Yeah.
I got this bad brown chick. That's cool. I like that. But when you be like, I got this bad white girl, you're like, oh, is this hustle and flow? Whatever.
Yeah.
That's all. So that's all.
Grab the wheel, huh?
Yeah. I mean, I feel you on that though too, because a lot of entertainers and athletes are like that too. And I feel a lot of athletes are like they put the white girl over, anything else, and they're flaunt that white girl like she just,
that goes back to like they don't want to deal with all that ghetto loudmouth stuff. They just want simplicity. That's all they want. That's what they getting, like these celebrity men. You know what I'm saying? They rich. They got all these women jumping at them. They just want somebody that's just gonna be,
Docile.
there,
Yeah.
the outsider.
Let's I know we can move on to the next topic after this, but I want to say I hate that thing where especially that's a stereotype that black women are just too this or too that.
Mhm.
Yes.
Also, the thing is, the black woman knows what the black man needs most of the time, especially when it comes to really not babying that motherfucker, so he don't turn out like Jody and Baby Boy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Sometimes a lot of black men don't want that, in the sense of, oh well, it's just because I want this docile person over here. It could be white, Asian, whatever, right? Latina. But when they have this type of thing, black women are this, black women are that, it's like, nigga, who are you though? Like, what made you the prize? Just because you quiet don't mean nothing,
Because all these
Terrell's
women
quiet
jumping at
and
them.
look.
They celebrities. That's what they
Man,
like.
shut up.
But they don't have all the qualities either. They want a woman that can cook, that's gonna do this, and that. But then you just gonna settle for the woman that's not gonna talk back and not gonna say anything, gonna let you do what you want to do.
But the things are, they do it in a different way.
Yeah.
So you're still gonna get somebody who's gonna have, like, you may say, oh, the black girl has this bad attitude, blah blah blah, but the white girl may be staying with you and not saying anything, but then later she hits your pockets. Or the Mexican girl might go off and do something way worse than a black girl would have done. So they just keep constantly putting it on like a black woman, angry black woman, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really not that. Everybody just channels their anger or frustration differently. So that's kind of why it ends up how it does.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They be trying to fuck your daddy and shit. Get this nigga.
So, question for you guys. Let's get to the next one. What is your definition of an alpha female? We're getting to other questions, but I need to know your definition of an alpha female first.
As I can say, my definition of an alpha female is, for one, well, let me go back. An alpha female is not someone that's just loud, rude, and aggressive. I'm gonna get that out of the way, because a lot of females think like, oh, I have masculine energy, so a lot of niggas don't want to fuck with me. It's like, what you're doing is not masculine energy. You just a dick. Like,
that's what we're gonna get into, masculine energy in the females.
So to me, if you're like an alpha in a sense, like, you're just handling your business all you and yourself by yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I had a good discussion with somebody about that, and we're discussing the definition of alpha female, and the definition was completely different from everybody else's. Everybody had a different definition of alpha female, so that's why I want to go around the table and especially the men and ask what's your definition? What do you think of alpha female? So Terrell, I got a question for you. What do you think? What's your definition of the alpha female in your opinion?
Oh man, I really don't even have no definition, because I don't really pay too much attention to the alpha this, alpha that, whatever. But what I will say is that I have probably avoided dealing with the alpha, like, of a crew of females. Like, you can always tell like who the leader is, like, in a crew of females for the most part, especially like in your 20s and all that.
Right.
Like when you out, like, which chick is in charge or whatever. Those are the ones that I wouldn't talk to. Because, like, they're too much, like, on the forefront, whatever. Like, I would always get the other ones in the pack. Like, all right, cool. You know what I mean? Because the things that we do is always going to kind of stay on the low, because the alpha ain't telling you, like, what you got to think about me or how I am or whoever else I dealt with or, So, yeah, that's really all I have. Like, as far as the other shit, alpha, whatever. I don't care.
So I thought the same thing. I thought alpha female is somebody who's want to be in charge, girl who's more, masculine, or somebody who's, wanted to control the relationship. But the second question is, do females really have masculine energy?
They don't.
Yeah.
I think the thing is, from question 1 to question 2, we have to look at it this way. I think we think of alpha. See, we're actually looking at alpha female as we look at alpha males.
Mm-hmm.
That's totally different. You know what I mean? Because even when you look at it in the animal kingdom, the lion is compared to the lion, the real one. Even though he's an alpha and he has all these lions, they're the ones who's doing the hunting and bringing back the food. He just doing the other things. You know what I mean? So I think it's just, when we look at it from an alpha female perspective, I think we need to evolve the scope of how we look at that and not think about controlling that or controlling this. I just think even women's approach to being alpha in their own group is different. You know what I mean? Women are looking out for one another. Women are looking out for men. You know what I mean? So alpha female isn't trying to control in the sense of how men are trying to control. Men try to control. So as Courtney said, you can't have no friends. I'm just playing, Courtney. I mean,
yeah, I can see that. But what about a weak female told you the same thing? Then what would you consider that?
No, I mean, I think that's the difference between like domineering and someone who's, a domineering female than another woman who's not as assertive, a little bit more docile. I think it's, what's her name? Jill Scott said it best when she said it on the Breakfast Club, when she was like, if you can tell me what to do, you can tell me what to do. But if you can't tell me what to do, and she was talking about men in particular, if you can't tell me what to do, then you can't. You know what I mean? I think it is what it is, Court. You know what I mean? Like you're alpha male. Everybody's alpha here because nobody's going. It's just
not necessarily
different energy. It's a different. I think it's more like assertiveness. I think it's not so much of a control or trying to be in charge. I think it's
an aura.
Yeah, it's something else. It's an energy.
So what are you? So you trying? So a female can't be masculine at all? It might have masculine energy.
No, I think we all have masculine energy. I think we look at females in this regard and we try to give them a masculine demeanor, and we attribute things to men because we're saying, oh, that's how a man acts. But then also that could just be another part of the feminine energy that we don't allow. We already got to make it masculine. What if the feminine energy is strong, is aggressive, is fiery? You know what I mean? But we got to put man on it. Then it gets thwarted. You know what I mean?
Right. So.
I think that's what kind of confuses me because, like, I personally don't think. I mean, I've been around and talked to women that say like, "Oh, I'm too masculine." You know what I'm saying? "Oh, I'm masculine," and then when I talk to them, I'm just like, "Masculine? Well, like, what are you talking about?" And it was like, it could be the niggas that you fuck with, it could be the niggas that you talk to, but you talk to like a bunch of weak-minded dudes that don't really do nothing, and you always come across like you're the strong one or whatever. I understand, I guess, but when it comes to like being a masculine woman, like, what is that? Like, what does that look like to me? Like, show me, like, what is that? Because the only reason why you're doing everything that you need to do to survive is because you don't have a nigga that's willing to be down for you. So you have to do everything on your own. It's like you're just responsible. You're not masculine. It's like, so what does that look like?
You're assertive. You know what you want. It's it makes it weird. It's like you can't just let women just be. They always have to be compared to a man or something like this is Adam and Eve, and we got to go back to the rib or something. We can't just say, oh, that's just her. Let's just be. That's how she is.
To piggyback on what Q was saying, I was going to say that I felt like an alpha female would be someone who just, they have this. I lost my train of thought.
That's all good. That's all good. That's all good.
I didn't do it, y'all. See, I'm like, fuck.
It's all good.
But I know it got quiet, and I was like, dang, I lost my thought. Just somebody who, it was a sense of direction. They have a sense of direction. They know what they want, and they're handling their business. I feel like if you're in a relationship with someone who is like has a lack of direction or a lack of responsibility, then you tend to step up. And I feel like and masculine energy tends to like combine like a sense of direction and it's more so like providing that sense of direction and leadership. And so I feel like you can have masculine energy as a woman and provide direction in different ways or leadership in different ways. But I feel like that's where it lies, is the direction and leadership.
So question is, we're in a relationship, right? And when you want to lead the relationship over your man, would you consider that masculine energy or being an alpha female, or just what do you consider that then?
Well, I don't think you can really lead over anyone. I feel like
it was considered leading the relationship.
Well, I mean, in a relationship, I feel like in a relationship, there's always going to be somebody who's going to be, I won't call it the leader of the relationship or the more dominant person to make the decisions and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So usually in society, music is most time it's the men. That's the society. I'm not saying it has to be.
That's how society thinks.
I'm just saying society. I'm not saying me. I'm not never. Cut me out of this.
Don't come for me to come. I didn't say that.
I'm just saying society norms. I'm not saying I agree with this. Even though I do, but this.
Come for him. Finish him.
But whatever. So I'm saying though, the society norms. But if a man's, that's what men's supposed to lead. If that women's leading, would you consider that massive alpha? Would you consider an alpha female or a masculine energy? That's I'll put it on you.
It should be masculine energy, but we as women make it like sometimes we don't want to listen. Sometimes we hard headed. We don't want to listen. So it's like it should be masculine energy, but I feel like a man don't never want no alpha female. They want to be the one in charge all the time.
I agree, baby.
And that's how that's how society wants it to be. That's what society said it should be. But I feel like a man ain't gonna be a man without a strong woman.
I agree with that 100%.
Exactly.
Well,
We be the ones to handle everything.
it's true.
I mean, sometimes you got them ladies that been doing, like he said, they used to doing it, but this is things we supposed to do. So then when we get somebody that's like, you know, they got their foot down, they tell you what you need to do. It's like, hold on, you know, who are you talking to? I got this. And so we kind of, it's always going to be that back and forth all the time.
I like you, man. I want to go a little deeper on you. Pause. Not like that. Not like that.
Hey, Freudian slip. Freudian slip.
But I can say like sometimes that mind frame kind of fucks women up though, because I know like I'm pretty sure most dudes been in a situation where they try to like tell a woman like, hey, I know best, you know what I'm saying? They had this chick, she wanted to go get a condo. I was like, man, you sure you want to go get a condo? You're relying a lot on your overtime, whatever the case may be, to get this condo. She like, yeah, you know, I feel like this is what I really want to do. I'm like, man, you shouldn't do that. You should like really like get your money up. You know, I'm trying to tell her like, you know, this is how you need to go about it so you can live more comfortably. You know, in California, they trip on overtime eventually. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't really, you know. She got the condo. A year later, the job cut the overtime. The job cut the overtime. Now she can't afford the condo. So
You
I'm
put
like,
that MG out. God damn you.
I put that out. I kept it real. But it's a case. I kept it real. Like, this is the thing. If I fuck with you, dog, I'm always gonna give you both sides of the game. I'm never ever gonna steer you one way. And you could think however you want to think. You could be like, oh, you're negative or you're whatever. If you think this way about it, I'm gonna give you the downside. Always. I'm never gonna have anybody I fuck with assed out. And I wasn't gonna have her assed out, and she asked herself out just because like you wanted to be the one who knows all and I got this and all the kind of shit like that. If you would just sit back and listen to a nigga that really know what he's talking about, but she was used to fucking with, you know, sorry, Terrell, but she was fucking with San Diego niggas.
But it
so
probably
you know what I'm saying?
It probably wasn't that. She probably just wanted it for the look or for whatever reason, and she's like, I gotta have it. At that moment, it felt right to her. She didn't know later on down the line that she wasn't gonna have no overtime hours. So
how you don't know this though?
told her, but she was like, I want this right now. I'm gonna get it.
It's just certain things to me is like common sense, right? You know what I'm saying? When you driving and that engine light come on, fucking go get that shit checked. A lot of women don't. Right. You know what I'm saying? If that tire pressure low, go fucking put air in your tires. A lot of women don't. So it's like certain things is just like, you know what I'm saying?
Stop it right there. Man, that's the one time I disagree with you because you said San Diego niggas. That knowledge that you gave, that wasn't because you was a fucking alpha male. Like, nigga, a realtor.
That was common sense.
Anybody else could have told me that too. But here's the thing. That don't make it dominant. Oh, this is over.
But the funny thing about it is, they didn't. They didn't. Born and raised here and they didn't. That's the key that I'm saying. They're born and raised here and they didn't. That's the same way when everybody be like, oh man, why don't we have all this? A lot of you niggas been here fucking 12, 15 years and y'all didn't do a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? And then until a nigga come in to be like, okay, well, this is how you gonna do it, and then we could get this shit popping out on every level. But you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we could get this shit popping like this, or we could come together and do this, or we could come together and do that. You know, sometimes it takes somebody else from somewhere else to like show you something differently. And it's like, why haven't nobody told you that? Why didn't nobody tell her that?
It's always gonna be a San Diego and
yeah, but it don't got nothing to do with San Diego.
It don't.
It's a good investment.
It don't.
Don't say, oh, because San Diego nigga should have told you that. Hey, could have told you that.
I was gonna say,
he should have. And that's including her daddy.
Oh, man. That's hilarious, man.
San Diego dudes, y'all ain't no good.
Ain't nothing. Especially when they come from down south and shit. They be like, they was raised differently.
That's crazy, man. Okay, let's go deeper now. Get a little more personal. Let's get a little spicy. So do women? Let's just target towards the women. Do you guys like your booty ate? Or is it a social media thing?
It's changed drastically.
But we need some clips, Mike. You know what I'm saying?
The guys by getting their booty ate.
Start with Terrell.
Hey. Oh, that's a good question too.
Shit, 'cause,
I never had my booty ate. Nah. I had people. Some women try.
Wait,
no.
what do we get? The next question?
No. Wait, what was the question?
Hey, let's start with guys. Hey, let's start with guys.
Wait.
Do you like your booty ate, Terrell?
No, I've never had my booty ate. No.
Have you ate booty?
No. I haven't ate booty either.
Yeah.
No. I had a chick who, she used to try to do stuff like that. I almost kneed her whole face off one time. Yeah.
Hey, girls be doing that though. Girls be doing that.
Try to be slick, and my knee was right there, and it almost.
Drop kicked her.
Hey, let's go.
It's cool to be honest if you do.
Hey, you do. Yeah, that's your thing. I know, guys. I have friends like it, but I don't like it. But I have friends for sure.
I know a lot of girls that love it. So.
Oh man, before you even ask me, I plead the fifth.
Hey, we can slip. I bet you know that. It's good. Yeah. She said, "I'm good. I got you.
Tap out.
Let's go to my boy Q.
Yo, whoa.
Do you like the booty ate, Q, or do you eat the booty?
I eat the booty she clean. I eat the booty she clean.
My God.
I gotta know your bathing routine first. I gotta know your bathing routine. If I know your bathing routine, then you straight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'll eat your ass. But as far as like me, nah, I'm straight on that. But I will eat your ass. If I know your bathing routine, I'm like, oh yeah, she take like 2 showers a day. She straight. She clean. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm good.
My God, Q said, I'm a freak. You know what I'm saying? Let them know, Q. Ain't no shame.
Why should we have shame?
I feel you.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
You know, suck toes too. It is. Hey, teachers on.
I'll suck toes.
You suck toes?
I'm not eating the butt.
Hey, teachers on.
I gotta be straight out the shower.
I wear that at the day because R&B's here.
So we got a toe sucker here. All right, you like your toe sucker?
I'm not even gonna lie. I got my toe sucked once. And I was like, what an experience.
Hey, so, question though. That's a question. Does that feel good to women?
It did. I think it was because it was in the moment and it was actually like during sex.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
During sex, that means he had your legs pinned back.
Hey, you know all of them. You know all the routine.
But yeah, no, it was a good little experience.
Bro.
That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't know. I don't suck some toes. I don't know. Like girls suck my toes. I'm like, huh? What the fuck is this?
What, a girl suck your toes?
I know. You know what I'm saying? If a girl suck your toes, that wouldn't like turn me on.
I'm about to say, girl suck your toes.
No, hey, don't say shit to me right now. Don't you suck my damn toes. Don't say shit to me right now. If I did, I want to hear shit from you.
Hey, if you like getting the toes sucked, that's on you. That's cool. Whatever.
Hey, my friend. Let's
do it all.
Let's start.
I'm gonna wait till after she answers this question. I'm gonna have something to say. Depending on what the answer gonna be.
I am not a big fan of a person lick my booty. It feels like a wet dog licking you. Like I just don't like it. But I will say that I enjoy. I mean the geek. So that wouldn't be gooch.
Gooch.
I wouldn't say it's the booty, right? It's the booty, or it's not the booty, right?
No. Well, no.
Okay,
yes
that's
and no.
That's no, it ain't.
It's
There's
that
nothing
little.
to come out of there.
It's that little between little thing.
Oh, your tank.
The little line right there, you know.
Why you
Yeah, the little line. It's not nothing come out right there. It's just people don't even know. Like I put you
you
on.
like that?
But ours
You like it done to you, or you like doing it to the guy?
But
Both.
ours is almost a little bit closer than the guys, I feel like.
So it's just like you might as well just go a little bit up. But it's right there, you know what I'm
Like
saying?
if you
So
did a
it's
little, then you might reach
Oh, that's hilarious.
a lot more times a day.
That's hilarious, man. So question: have you done to a guy before though?
I wouldn't even want to do it to a guy. I would be like,
feel you.
what?
Yeah.
Oh no. No, I don't think I reached that level of. That level yet. I haven't got there.
My sexuality. I ain't got that level yet.
I would probably be questioning his sexuality. Like, what's going on? But you know what? I've been learning as I'm getting older. Like, it's not even. It's about the sexual feeling. It's not even about being gay or anything. It's the sexual feeling. You got to know how to please that man. And if that man like that, you can't just be like, he's gay. Like, no.
I don't know, bro. So if a dude came and be like, man, put your finger in my booty.
No,
Courtney,
I had one of those before.
You wouldn't like think like, okay, nigga, like.
I would. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even that type. But I have friends that are like doing stuff like that. It's just not my stilo because I'm gonna be already thinking like, okay, something's up with that. You like a finger in there. What else you like? You know what I'm saying?
I had a girl I was talking to. We talked about this before though, but that was her thing. She said every guy that she had, that's what they wanted.
Every guy? So she was going to look for those guys.
No.
She had
did
a type.
She done it to every guy and they loved it. And I guess she turned them out. I don't know.
Yeah, that ain't cool.
I don't know.
No. There's this girl that's gonna tear you out.
Talking about sticking fingers in booties again. You know.
No, we don't play that. Every guy. So that's something she was interested in, and then she just kind of turned. It's like, okay, how she even get to do that, and you was okay with it? Every guy. That's kind of crazy.
But I can't say this. You notice every light skinned girl that we had on this show all been nasty.
Let's
run back the tapes. Run back the tapes. Everyone is about fingers in the butt.
We ain't that goddamn nasty. It
started with Simone, who she got quiet after we talked about the whole eating booty thing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Started with Simone. Then it was
Rudy. One of Rudy.
No. Rudy was the same one as Simone. The next pod, I forgot they all come. But the next podcast, whatever light skinned chick we had on there, she was the same way. And then the third one, you see, so it was like, so we had a trend.
I'm light skinned. I don't think I'm got the goddamn nasty because I ain't eating no booty.
Period. Say the quiet ones are the ones to watch out for.
The quiet ones.
Ooh, hey, she pointed to Terrell. I'll tell you one thing. I'll be posting these clips. Terrell is hot on the net, boy.
Especially the cuddle story. Hey, especially the cuddle story.
Hey, them girls be hitting up, meet me up. Hey, I'll cuddle with you, Terrell. I'll cuddle with you. You know what I'm saying?
If they look right, we can cuddle.
Yeah. They get some flowers from the farmer's market.
Bring me some flowers now.
Hey, we need a shirt, man. Flowers market. It's flowers market. You know what I'm saying? Okay, another question. I need to hear some stories of you. You guys have any special fantasies? Special fantasies or fetishes? Fetishes. Let's go with fetishes first. I need to know you guys' fetishes because I know right now. A lot of people like these foot fetishes, and I don't understand. But I it is what it is.
I love pretty feet, man.
So you have a foot fetish?
I don't have a foot fetish.
It's like like one of the highest fetishes in America.
But pretty feet, man. I like pretty feet.
Yeah. I have clients that come in here, and I have girls that make like a couple thousand a week just off just taking pictures of their feet and sending it off.
I'm not paying for the
Special clients.
What are they looking for? Long toes?
Whatever they looking for.
They come back, they flip Courtney next week. They like this. Are y'all coming on the podcast?
They be having OnlyFans, all that shit for it. Nah, it's a real thing. Yeah, it's a real thing.
My thing is like, I hate when a girl look good, then her feet be like, her toes are like,
oh, bro, I can't do that.
Oh, yeah. It's like, damn, she was cute to the toes, Cat.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't do the ugly feet.
So, hey, let's stay tight now.
All right, fetish.
You guys have any special fetishes that you guys want to talk about?
All right, let's go to Mike. Mike, you've been quiet. What's that? Mike, what's fetishes you have?
Oh, me? Well, I'm an aggressive person, so like choking, hitting, wrestling. Those are my fetishes.
She wants to get out there and fuck you.
I thought we were about to watch Netflix. He's crazy. This motherfucker over here in a onesie. But no, that's my thing. I like that's
nigga put something sexy on nigga coming out.
Right? I remember I put on one song. My husband was like, "I know we not about to do it to this." I said, I know we not about to do this. He said, no, we ain't. I was like, yeah, we are.
Man.
But yeah, no, that's my thing. I like aggression. So choking, hitting, wrestling, like stuff like that. So also,
I can see that. Yeah. Choking. I can see choking.
He like the slap boxing.
WWE.
Look like slap boxing and shit.
yeah, that's what happened. Especially on the chest and everything. Yeah, you get
Oh my god!
I'm an aggressive, like, just person by nature, and so plus a gym rat in me. And then like I remember it was like we was wrestling for a long time.
That's insane.
Yeah, and then put him up against that wall by his neck. Said, shut the hell up.
Bite his neck like a vampire in Brooklyn.
Biting too. So I like the pain.
Interesting.
I need some external pain.
Interesting. I can say that too. I'm more of an aggressive person too, choking and shit.
You
I like
can beat
that.
your wife up? No.
Black people. I'm over here with the earbuds and shit in the room. Like, I said, I like the wrestle. He said, I got a whole outfit. It's wrestling night.
Mate, I thought this was a safe place.
You beat your wife. I got costumes and shit. Everybody like, these dudes are freaks. You beat her. Like, damn, I like the show. I gotta say I would have not great.
I don't like doing that choking, man. I'd be nervous. I swear.
Girls like that.
I'll be like, I'll be like, oh wait,
hurting?
shit. I don't know how. No harder. You sure? You sure? Yeah.
Oh man,
I'd be nervous.
that's hilarious.
I don't got no fetishes.
Zero fetishes. Stop lying.
I
Stop
don't think I
lying.
got no fetishes. No.
Okay, all right. Q, you got any fetishes?
I ain't gonna say fetish, but I just like a woman that's like put like well kept, I guess.
Yeah.
So like he said, like toes, nice. I like that.
Yeah.
Would that be considered a fetish?
That's what I'm saying. It's not really a fetish, but like nice panties and shit like that.
Yeah,
Like make it look, like you look straight. Like I like that. Yeah.
You know what's weird, bro? I second you on that one.
With the
I'd
panty
rather
thing?
see. Yeah. I rather see. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I got a story.
Yeah. Go.
So I remember I was back in the G. So we was in a project that had a girl that stayed down the street. So she was like older chick. I was like maybe like 24. She was like 32, 33 or some shit. So I remember I was going to hit. So she was like, oh, come, I'm about to come meet me on the corner, come get me, go back to the place. I said, all right, bet. I went and got her. We came back, went back to the house. Went in the room. She had like a little sweats on and shit. I fucking dropped her sweats. She had some like big ass white drawers on. Like she used to steal them from Walmart or some shit, like a big ass white one.
Why she had to steal them? She had to
because they used to do that. So I was like, oh man. And so like that's when I first knew. Like I said, I was like 24, 25. That's when I first like knew. I'm like, dang, that shit really matters, because I'm sitting there looking at her and she's like, what? And I'm like, man, I just left. I left her alone.
She had granny panties.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was horrible, bro. I was like, man, you could at least.
Was they dirty?
No, they wasn't dirty, but they was just blue. Like they was just like, pair like
Big in the motherfucker.
Yeah, that shit ain't cute, man. That shit ain't sexy. I can't get jiggy with that shit. Like I'm sitting there like, man, you could at least had nothing on. Like you should just did nothing.
I like nothing. I love nothing.
I don't like that, bro.
Like her to go bare?
I don't like it.
Yes.
No panties.
No panties.
Just jeans.
Just. Oh no! Oh, well, I mean, she could wear something. They're not gonna be on long. Shit, that's good.
But she gotta not wear any to not be on when you about to. I mean, it's not planned. Like,
I never plan sexual relations. It just
happens
every time.
Especially when she got a dress and shit on, like none. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like lingerie and all that shit, man.
That's just like unnecessary wrapping paper. What the fuck, man? Wow, just bring it in.
I'd rather see bring it in. He said, just bring it over. Bring it in.
I'd rather see her like.
I feel like this. You wasting time.
And I hate people who waste time. Boy, let me tell you. I ain't gonna tell it.
No, but I feel you on that quarter though, dog. I feel you on some of the lingerie shit.
Yeah, man.
Some of the lingerie shit, you be like, oh shit, okay, but some of it you be like, all right, like.
All right, you've been dealing with that person for a long time, and all right, it's cool.
I'm opposite. Like I'm opposite, bro.
But do you like the real lingerie, like the little coochie cutout and all that shit, like everything?
I take that.
Or you like the old school gowns?
I take that too. I take that
He want a whole roulette show. That's all. He won't.
I take it all, bro. I take it all, man.
No, I don't think I have a fetish, but I like like I pay attention to guys' teeth.
Mm.
They're either shoes.
Why is Terrell saying
teeth, and then usually they're a shoe, jewelry, or a hat guy, and so it's like how they keep those things up lets me know like how they are about themselves. So if they have like they're like a shoe head, then it's like, or sneaker head, whatever. Then I'm gonna pay attention to their shoes and see how they keep them up.
What about cologne?
I love
she almost melted. You see that?
I don't think we got fetishes though. Like, this is just what you like as a preference, as being a man or a woman. Like,
I'll tell you some fetishes I met with guys I've dated and talked to in the past. Not saying I did all these things I'm about to say or anything, but I've had some fetishes come across like my table when it's like one dude met and he was cool. He was like, he was like, so when you come over, because he was like, oh yeah, he was like, make sure you come with your natural scent. You know, I was like, what you mean? He was like, yeah, even after the gym, you know, you have to shower before you come over. I was like, but what? I said, but bro, it's 10 a.m. I got shit to do. I'm gonna be moving around. So he's like, yeah, I like that.
No, musty balls. That's horrible.
That's horrible. I've had several guys. They like the whole spitting, not spit in your mouth, but like also spit, like just. Like
in other places.
Every place, yeah.
Every place.
What's the next question?
I heard those are fetishes. Those are legit fetishes.
No, those are definitely fetishes.
What I like to get like slapped.
Well, you already said he like to get beat up.
Yeah.
He like slap boxing.
He said he want the whole world.
WWE.
I heard even guys are like, you know, like to watch. Like I had two girlfriends that they said their ex-boyfriends like to sit in the closet and watch. I heard that 2 different times.
They was just creepy.
Wait, sit in the closet and watch what?
Like they don't have sex with somebody else.
Oh.
So that's creepy. They're been weird all their life.
They want to sit in the closet, bro. I heard this 2 different times, and I was like, damn, this is the thing. They want to sit in the closet and watch their girl get banged by another guy.
Yeah. Why in the closet?
Some of them don't sit in the closet. Some of them be like they like to be right there. They like to even be like around it. Like there's a whole lot of that's a big old thing.
No thanks.
Yep. Heard that 2 different times.
That's a fetish for real. Because why are you sitting in the closet? Why you just can't be blatantly out in the open? You're being weird, and you've been weird since you were a
kid. It's the thought of like, ooh, I'm catching you kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm catching
it's like a mental thing. Like,
I'm
not
catching
actually
her.
there.
I'm catching her.
Got you, bitch.
Hell no.
Seriously, that's creepy. Yeah. It's like you got one eye in the little crack.
That's horrible.
I want to get some more stories. I love the stories on here. What about if you don't have to answer? You guys don't have to tell the story if you don't want to. But I want to know your first sexual encounter story.
First time for sex?
Yes.
First time for sex?
Hey,
yes.
You got any stories of you guys smashing for the first time?
Oh yeah, man. I was in high school. I think it was right before I turned 17. It was my junior year. Back in high school, man. Everybody loved me, like the staff, everything like that. I used to do like the sound and all that for like all the games and like anything that went on in the auditorium, whatever. So like they gave me a key to the auditorium. And like, you know, me and my boys, we knuckleheads. So shit, after school, like we take girls in there and all that kind of shit, you know what I mean? While we going there setting up for the event that was going on the next day. All right, fast forward. Yeah, so like I lost my virginity like right on the side of the stage. Didn't go out on the stage, but it was like right there. And that's when I knew I was like a natural performer. But nah, hey, nigga, my knees was hurting on that goddamn stage, boy.
What did you was kind of squatting down?
I was, you know, shit.
Because you tall, like you kind of like gotta.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it was like down and like in it, so like my knees had to be on the ground. You know, it was, yeah.
Can you show us a reenactment?
No, nigga. No.
Mine was the first time. Her name was Candace, man.
Man, y'all be having some names.
Y'all be knowing,
one chick.
Hey, nobody will know though. Nobody will know though. Nobody knows who she is though. See, nobody will know what this girl is. But it was like it was at school. It was middle school, first time, and she took me back to her house.
Middle school?
In middle school, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, first time.
Yep.
And
yep.
bro, I remember she took me to her house.
Don't forget he from Georgia.
Oh, okay.
South is different.
Hey, what does that mean?
Oh,
What does that
okay.
supposed to mean? Hey, yo,
We be fucking
no, you're right
up.
though. You're right. You're right. But it was her. She was like more aggressive, and I was kind of like, didn't want to do it, but she kind of made me do it. It was scary though. I was like really scared, and she took me to her house, and we had smashing her little bathroom, whatever it was. But I remember I was so fucking scared though. I was like nervous. You know what I mean? But
So Courtney, were you raped? That's what it's I didn't want to do it.
I didn't want to do it.
I was scared.
let me reiterate
This could
that.
be a Netflix documentary. Like, telling about their
It
first
wasn't
time.
like wasn't like a rape or anything, but I was more nervous, anxiety.
Okay.
It was more anxiety more than me. I wanted to do it, but I didn't because I was just nervous.
This,
more than anything.
You know what? That's what everybody said on that R. Kelly documentary. So, yeah, but you still wanted to do it though,
I do.
right?
I mean, of course, you
Yeah.
want to, what?
Yeah.
But I think it was also anxiety because that was your first time. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah,
You know what I
I
mean?
hear you. I hear you. I was in pain from the knees, like, because I was always skinny, so it was hurting for me just because of the position, like being on your knees and trying to do it. You're like, ouch.
Were you nervous though?
It was a lot of stuff at one time.
Show us with the cups.
There was a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
That's funny.
Q, you want to share anything? No. Q, you got some good stories.
All right. Nah, it was short lived because her brother ran in the room.
Damn.
Okay, so you still short lived. So, but you busted in that time.
I didn't get a chance to.
So that wasn't when you lost your virginity, then, Goofy.
I mean, it wasn't.
Hello, silly pants.
Yes, it was.
That wasn't your first time. You might still be a virgin. You're blessed.
I'm blessed.
You know what I'm saying?
Natural born.
Automatic step into heaven.
So the first time. Anyway, her brother named Dupree. So
Yeah, Dupree, everybody. Y'all don't get a shot on this motherfucker.
Dupree dead already. He already got killed.
Oh, okay.
So
R.I.P.
So
All right, pre-dead.
Yeah, all right, let's go.
all right. So Dupree sister, she was a year older than me. So I was fucking with her, or whatever. And then I remember we went in the room. I stuck it in. I was like going. All I kept thinking was like, don't nut, right? But then all I kept thinking is like my daddy always be like, man, you better not bring no fucking children home. So I was like, well, fuck, like I can't get her pregnant or whatever. So even with the condom on, nigga was still nervous about getting pregnant.
Yeah.
Totally nervous, bro.
Yeah. So like my nerves was going or whatever. But I was like, all right. Like she was like, I was like, all right, cool. This ain't hard. Niggas be making it seem like it was hard. Like it's hard to do this shit. I'm like, cool. All of a sudden, like, boom, boom, and the door busts open. Be like, aye. And I'm looking like, oh shit. And he's like, shit, what you doing on my sister, dog? I'm like, oh shit. So I got up and she was like, wait, Dupree. So Dupree was like, hold up. And then I saw that, bust out, put my shit on, whatever. Anyway, I put my shit on. So I bust.
I thought you was about to say you shot Dupree. No, I was like, don't say it. No, don't say it. Oh, Dupree dead. Dupree dead. Don't say it.
I wasn't say that. But anyway, so I read about the spot, whatever, and I dipped. Dupree went and got his gun and whatever, so Dupree started shooting and shit, whatever. So I ran, hit the block left or whatever. That was that time. But I ended up
the last he's ever seen it before.
Dupree didn't die after that. So then I was able to go back like the next day because she was like, "Oh, Dupree gonna be gone, whatever." So I ended up going back the next day and smashed. So when I smashed though, like I said, the whole thing kept like, "Don't get her pregnant." So I remember I was hitting and I was about to come.
You wasn't worried about the pre?
You pulled out with the condom on?
I pulled out with the condom on. So I pulled out with the condom on, and she was like, "What the fuck you doing?" And I was like, "Man," I was like, "Oh, just pulling out." She was like, "But you got a condom on." I said, "I don't trust you." And I was like, my dad said, "Don't get nobody pregnant." So that's all that kept going in my head.
And with her having that knowledge, that means that she was already experienced.
She was already.
Oh yeah, she already fucked. Yeah, I already know.
No, I used to do that too. Like, oh, here we go. Like, oh shit.
Definitely. 100%.
He was still worried about what his dad said. He wasn't even worried about the pre the next day. He was not worried about the pre.
No, I wasn't worried about the pre, and I ain't gonna say why not, but I wasn't worried about the pre. No, I wasn't worried about the pre. Nah. But anyway,
they listening on this.
The pre in heaven listening.
The pre, I doubt the pre in heaven. I doubt the pre in heaven.
Pre looking up at us right now.
Man, cold-blooded. Hey, ladies, you guys don't have to answer that. You can just mention your first love.
I got
or
a story. My story. My dad was in prison, so I was 12. And he came home. He was trying to be in my life or whatever, trying to regulate some stuff. And then him and my mom was like, thought I was having sex. They took me to the little doctor and everything. The doctor was like, she's still intact. Well, since they was like thinking I was having sex, I was like, I'm gonna go figure out what the fuck this shit is about. So the same day I left the doctor's office, I said, well, now I'm about to go have sex. And I went and I was talking to a little boy. I didn't have no plans on losing my virginity, but they was like kind of forcing it on me. Like I was really a virgin still. You took me to the whole doctor. The doctor had to do everything he had to do inside of me. So I was like, okay. I went and lost my virginity, and my dad and my mom came right after it happened. It was like horrible too, because it wasn't even like worth it. It was like, why did I just do that? That was dumb. I regretted it right after. And I didn't see any. I mean, he was like 12, 13, so we both young. He wasn't even fully there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even think I lost my virginity that day. Truthfully, I don't remember any blood or any of that craziness. So I was like, this was dumb. It was pointless. Then my mom and my dad were like knocking on the door, and I'm like on the floor crawling. It was just like too crazy. So after that, I was like, I'm cool.
Did it feel good?
No, it didn't. It was like not okay at all. I felt horrible afterwards. That's my mom and dad, and then it was just a lot of mess.
That's crazy.
I didn't like it.
Oh wow, interesting.
Look, I don't like it.
Story.
No.
No.
Take it back.
Yeah.
We don't want to do nothing. Okay. We can skip. I know.
We skip.
It's like
It's all good.
No, I'm good. It's fine.
Okay.
I was a little rebellious. So like it was a guy from another school that was like in our district, and I played volleyball, so I was going from like different school to different school. So that's how I met him, and we got each other's number.
What district? What district he was in?
I'm not gonna say that. But it was out in Long Beach. We'll leave it there. But basically he came over, and he came to my house, and my mom worked as a teacher at the time, so she wasn't home, but she got off early, and this was after school, and we were on the couch, and that's pretty much all I remember. And I was very like naive and very quiet to myself. So I don't even think I probably was a dead bug laying there. I don't know what it felt like. I don't remember anything, but I do remember when she came home, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I hear the car. Like, you got to get out of here. So I made him run out the back, but he left his iPod or something like that, like on the couch. And so I'm in the back, and I'm trying to open up a window, make it seem like somebody came in the house. Like I'm trying to think of a story.
No.
And so he goes out, and he's walking down the way, and I remember my mom came in, and I'm half naked.
Oh no!
And so she's like, "Are like what are you doing?" Blah blah blah. And I was like, I don't know, like playing dumb. I don't know. Someone came in, and she's like, "What? What happened?" I was like, "Oh wait, damn, I messed up." Like, so I'm trying to make up a full blown story.
They really got raped.
Yeah.
And then, but I didn't know this as like when I was younger. I was young. I didn't know anything. So then I was like, man. And so she's like, I'm taking you to the doctor. So we get in the car, and then she knew because prior to this, our nosy neighbor, had told her like somebody was over the house the other day, but she never said anything to me. So then we were driving, and she ended up seeing him walking to the bus stop.
No.
And stopped him, and she's like, "Don't you ever come to my house again? Like, this is disrespectful."
How did she know it was him? It could have been anybody. She just knew.
Because the area that we lived in, there was it was very obvious, and I kind of gave it away because in the car, like when I saw him, I went like this, and I went like that, and so she kind of knew in that moment, like,
oh man,
mama knows best.
Damn,
yeah.
My mama always do.
Yeah.
She be like, "You lost your virginity."
He bust out that back like a hot boy video, huh?
Yeah, the doors were open. I tried to open up
what kind of boy?
You don't think good on your feet. You don't think good on your
I
feet.
really did. I was like, that was stupid.
Oh, that
Like,
story was
when I think
dumb.
back, like, it was so
Everything
bad.
you did, yeah. That's like a bad movie.
It was so bad.
Yeah. So how little Chris died. Well, she said that. Like, broke you.
You got no clue.
No, all the little nigga got the screen. They shot him. No, my God.
But that's why I shouldn't have been having sex because I couldn't even.
You couldn't even lie straight.
I couldn't even lie straight.
You shouldn't
Bad liar.
have been fucking.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
That's
that
funny.
So was the first time y'all went oral sex?
What? This is
mine's
crazy.
around the same time, too.
Around the same time?
Yeah.
I don't even know.
So I was like, you a
And
late
so y'all
bloomer?
was just
I was
fucking
late.
without doing none of the extras.
No, man, you got it.
Yeah.
Sheesh. That's
I remember the
Same
first time I
time?
licked some
Same
vagina, I hated it. Ooh, this tastes like a long day.
That like a long day.
Hey, my boy Terrell's a clip master.
I'll give you something every week.
Like a long day.
Damn.
Smoke, that's hilarious, bro. That's
So around the
hilarious.
same time, we got same time, late bloomer.
Bro, I'm not even gonna lie, man. I don't even remember the first time I ate some cat, bro. The first time?
So it wasn't around the same time you lost Virginia?
Probably.
It has to be the same time.
I mean, I think
No, I
so.
don't gotta be.
No.
Yeah, people be like,
Yeah,
not really
probably.
rocking with it.
Not really rocking with it.
Some people don't. Yeah.
Man, that's funny. Let's get to some serious topics, though. I want to kind of talk about some things that I see that kind of bothers me, and I want to get you guys' opinion on it. I'll be on Instagram once again, like, just browsing, and I come across like different stories and different people. Like, I'm gonna break down a situation I seen, and I want you guys to give me a opinion on it. I remember a couple days ago I was on Instagram and I seen this girl crying, right? And she's sitting there crying on Instagram, but she was filming herself crying. So I broke it down like, for you to cry, you got to put your phone up, and you got to look into the phone, and you got to fucking really cry.
And you gotta press don't forget.
You got to press play.
And it stopped too. And then
It
when you
stopped
get that
too.
first say,
Hey,
Right.
and when
And
you
then
get
like,
that
right.
first say, you like, you know what? I didn't look sad enough. Like, hold on. Hello.
right.
over.
You break down the process of somebody filming themselves crying or doing something on they're filming themselves or whatever they're doing on Instagram. Is that fucking crazy? Are people crazy? Is it do Instagram or social media? Does it create like mental illnesses and shit like that? What do you guys think?
Yeah,
I think so. But I did that one time when my dog died. I was on there really crying boo-hooing. I was crying my heart out. My dog died. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I don't know why I went and recorded it. It didn't make no sense. Now I think about it.
You
I
have to
was
actually
like-
go down. It does. There's
I was
always
so sad. I was crying all day.
Why?
My dog died.
Why did you want to make sure that people saw?
Right.
Because
That they can-
Wait.
because
Right.
I loved my dogs. Like I always posted my
you wanted
dogs
to
and
make
stuff. So
sure
I
that you
wanted
broadcast
everyone
it. Yeah.
to see like my dog just died and why it died and everything. Like it was just in that moment. I was like, my dog just, it was crazy. But that's the only time I ever cried on camera like that and posted it to social media.
Because
you
I
wanted
think it
people-
looks dumb when you're on there crying your heart out about your situation, your relationship or whatever. And you're on there literally crying to the world. Like, but that's how society is nowadays. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't know what it is, but it's the norm.
Yeah.
People be fucking themselves up with
It be-
that shit.
it be
too.
the
So what
norm.
about that time, like when Tyrese was on there crying?
But
think-
see, he's a man that was really crying out for help. And
But
I don't know.
Okay, so I only said that because like it is acceptable, like you know what I mean, because especially like on his platform and all that, whatever. Like other stories can come out
Right.
about him before he could tell his own, but it's like, oh, okay, like all right, this happening right now. I'm going live, like I'm really crying. So like that's at that time, I feel like that's a genuine moment.
Yeah.
like you're not doing it just for the camera.
You are, though.
per
You
se.
are.
Yeah.
You are.
But he's
Yeah,
also
well,
a celebrity.
but it's also because you're a celebrity. Like,
he's a
okay, like
celebrity.
my side. Listen, this I know that this is the only time my side is ever gonna get heard. So, like, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, for everything hits the fan, whatever, and I'm hella emotional. So, like, times like that is like, all right. I feel like that's fine.
But think about it though, Terrell. You're doing it for attention though. At the end of the day, no matter what.
But like I just said right now, it's not for attention. It's already for defending his case. Like especially if you're a celebrity, like you already know the backlash that's gonna come to you,
Right.
Because you didn't seen it before, you didn't been through it before. Like, all right, like Like, this is how I feel. Like, I know somebody might hear something else and they're going to talk shit about me tomorrow and for the next 2 weeks. So before it even gets to that point, because like y'all could legit break me down with y'all comments to put me into a deeper hole. So like, let mine out right now. Like, y'all clown, whatever. Like, I'm getting my shit off right now.
I don't know. I mean, if you really think about it, like, you have to actually pick up your phone.
No, I know what you're talking about. You're talking about dumb people. Yeah, no, I see a lot of
you gotta go live and be like, and cry.
Did they talk at least, or did they just
But people go live. People go live for a bunch of dumb reasons.
Hell, dumb reasons.
People go live.
I mean, that was just. I mean, I'm not saying every reason that you go live or you're crying on Instagram or whatever it is.
Think about all the people that like for example, when they had it was one of those Mardi Gras a couple years ago, and they had a dude that got shot in front of Popeyes. He was walking out with his chicken. He got shot. And he on the ground, he's shaking, pissing and shitting on himself and shit. And everybody go live while one nigga grabs the chicken and run off. And then they going live and they filming him instead of calling the police.
Help him out.
It's like that's just everybody's first reaction is to do some dumb shit like that.
But yeah, I understand that situation. I understand. But when I'm talking about like people who are more premeditated with it, you know what I mean? Who people are, bro, I mean, I'm talking about it.
There are definitely premeditated people with it. Like, yes, you know for some, that's a strategy. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's a marketing point, all kind of stuff.
But do you think that's like a mental illness as well?
I think it depends on where the crying starts. Because I think the thing is, if you were in a state of crying and you were able to do something like that, that is definitely like a very narcissistic, dissociative type of personality. Because you were supposed to be in a state of sadness, but you also can have your ego come out and do it. That's the difference. It's different than when some people go on live, and I know a lot of times some people just find it honestly as a way to express themselves, because a lot of times they can't get it out. They don't know how. A lot of people don't talk really, and they don't know how to express themselves. So some people really do. It becomes therapeutic, and I think that's the difference between like if they're doing it in their stories, because usually they're talking. Now a post is different because you want it to live there. You know, I think because we all know the methodology behind it. Who's on your grid right now? Everybody can't make your grid, right? Your personal grid, everybody ain't gonna be making it. Yeah. A story, you could do everybody. We could be at the strip club, eating at the Waffle House, eating some wings. Yeah. So it's also, we have to look at like different parts because it's really situational, because it sometimes is cathartic for people, and other times it is very, narcissistic. And I think it's hard because then the mental illness comes of just self-worth, and that I had to go to a platform of my 10,000 plus friends I don't know to feel connected, and then that's where mental illness and that's where just trauma. You know, I'm not getting on all of that, but that's where it's like really takes a hold.
Well, Mike, think about it though. The root cause of you doing that is because you want other people to be like, "Oh, are you okay, Mike? Oh, you want everything okay? Do I need to come over?" You're searching for attention at the end of the day.
And sometimes some of them probably might need it.
Yeah, some people do. Some people do need that.
Some people need to look at
from social media though.
But okay, so you gotta look back. Okay, so you say that person with 10K followers. Like, what if they never really had nobody that they could really talk to? You know what I mean? Somebody who listens to them, or like anybody who likes the things that they say or do, whatever, like that could be your avenue. Like, all right, like these are my people, like these 10,000 followers, like they like me. They fuck with what I do.
But to me, I feel that's a problem though.
Yeah.
That is a problem. We're not saying it ain't a problem.
Yeah.
It's definitely a problem because them 2,000 people.
But if you don't have nobody to call on, and like the only people that's ever giving you that kind of attention is those 10,000 followers, then that's who you're going to display that upon.
But them 10,000 people could say anything.
They might not give you that same.
Exactly.
That's
given and needed.
Right.
That's the thing. Like, you feel like you need that from all these people.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's why they do shit like that.
But once again, I feel like if you're searching for that, number one, you're searching for just attention. You're not searching for validation or anything like that. You're searching for attention.
Right.
And if you're searching for that attention in that way, that's not real. That's not real. Those people are not. You probably don't even know who you are.
But who's to say that what they're going through isn't real? And what I'm saying is, like, if you're real, you feel like you can only really like connect with people that you don't know to express your realness, and those are the only people who have ever cared about what you said or done. Like, that's who you're going to look to console you in those types of situations.
But yeah, I get what you're saying, though. But it's kind of people don't care about you. You're searching for the attention,
but what
not
you're
the love.
Saying, but what you're saying is an illness, right?
Right.
But what he's saying is like he's kind of like saying it is an illness.
Yeah.
Because what they're going through may be real to them.
Yeah.
And then that's their outlet of searching. They're searching for that love.
Right.
And that is a sickness because they're searching it from 10,000 people that they really don't know.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Gotcha.
it is an illness, but that's the only thing that they have. So they have to do it. Even though 100 of them 10,000 might just be on that bitch and say, kill yourself then. You know what I'm saying? You don't never know. You know what I'm saying?
Have you guys ever seen the movie Ingrid Goes West?
Oh Lord! No,
Oh,
I see
yeah.
Pfeiffer Goes West.
No,
Yeah.
on Hulu. It's really good. Ingrid Goes West. It's this woman. She moves out
It's
west.
Ice Cube son.
Ice Cube son. is in
Yeah,
it.
so yeah,
She
just so you
moves,
know, I know the movie.
I believe
I
you.
ain't lying.
But no, you know, it's crazy because the girl moves west because she already fucked up with her friendship with some people, and then she just started following one chick. The whole movie, she's changing up her life to be this, to like really mirror this woman. She's lying when she gets caught up in her lies. Everybody's like, but even she tried to kill herself and she went live, and then at the end of it, you know, she, the Ice Cube son comes save her, and then he's like, everybody's following you now. They all like, we're praying for you, da-da-da. And you can see she smiles at the end. You can see how it's just full circle because it feeds that beast that becomes an everlasting beast for people, you know? And I think it sucks because one thing is what I loved about that movie where she was like, oh, I love that she loves that book. The boyfriend was like, that bitch don't like that book. That's my book. She don't even read like that. And then the whole time you're falling in love with this person that you don't even know.
Yeah.
You know, and I think, and that's just so hard. And I think that's where that personality, it's like you should be who you are in person and in real and on social media, but a lot of times people show us like the things, you know, filters, cleaning out stuff, you know what I mean? I'm like, we're showing such a filtered part of ourselves. That's why I'm like, we were talking about it earlier, like that's why I'm like, I'm just who I am on social media. I'm the same person you're gonna meet in person.
Right.
I just it just sucks because people choose to no one wants to celebrate other people.
I agree.
Everybody's page is supposed to be about them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, Terrell did a whole thing with family self and you know, with all his family. That was beautiful. I love him going at the end. Tag yourself though.
People.
But you know, you have this thing where it's just you didn't worry if the picture was in the focal, if the lighting was good, all this stuff. You just see people like, you know. I think that's where it just really fucks us up. No one want to.
I agree, bro.
No one wants to what?
Instagram's created a whole thing of self-importance.
Self-narcissism.
I wouldn't say I would go on. I think like the subliminal post, would that be considered like attention too?
Like what? Like
if it's subliminal, then absolutely attention.
But
that's the worst type of attention seeking.
Okay, so then that would be the same thing, I guess. You're not just going on there crying to the world about your relationship. You just throwing your little subliminals, letting the world know like what's going on or whatever. But I mean, I think we done all through some subliminals out there in our time.
I mean,
but it doesn't even have to be anything negative. It could be like just as far as like the get ready with me or like the just normal posts.
Yeah, like little simple stuff. Like how you want to be treated. Like how you want to be treated or anything.
It could be a retweet. It could be whatever.
I mean, I'm not saying subs like you wrote on. I'm talking about like other posts that, you know.
No, I'm agreeing with you. But they both like, no, never.
What?
There are some fucking liars. No, bro. Maybe they didn't think about it.
I don't do subs. You can ask everybody.
Go look at my social media.
You can ask everybody. I can go live.
Go look at my social media. I post my son.
We've been on social media for a long time now.
Bro, you didn't reposted fucking a meme or something somewhere at some time.
And somebody felt a way about it.
A meme or anything like that. Just to where it's like you was feeling like that at the moment. And it was like, you read something, you was like, I'm fucking with that right now. I'm reposting.
But is that a sub?
That is a sub.
So who's
with whatever you're going through, it could be with that person.
But what if you just agree with it being said and not towards a different person?
But somebody else might think it's a sub.
I know niggas that take every post that motherfucker posts and think it's like, oh, this nigga talking about me.
I know that every person thinks that. No, there are genuine moments where you be like you read something, you be like, oh, okay, and that's what's going on right now. All right, she follow me too. All right, bam.
I mean, you can see a post and be like, oh, these hoes ain't shit. You might be like, I'm gonna share this. I ain't talking about no
sharing them like that.
I'm just saying.
To me, like,
I'm just saying, like,
these women really don't care about you.
Whatever. But I'm just saying. But you might not be. But you might be talking about one particular person though. You're not talking about one.
It might not be one particular, but it's still. You want to make sure that other person, like, you receive this information.
Who's the other person?
Yeah, I don't.
The other
I have
person knows who they are.
Okay, because you might not be talking about it.
That man knows that I'm talking about.
But
you
you married before the internet, so you don't got to worry about stuff.
That's crazy.
Well, I don't
even want to count his years like that and whatever.
I don't know,
math
man.
is, but I'm gonna call it pre-real internet like that.
I don't know, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's hard for me to post on the internet, bro. Like on the social media. Like I have to really it takes a lot for me to post. Because for me, it's fucking weird. Like me taking pictures of myself or me putting my business out there and shit like that. Like, bro, you look at my social media now, you see my kid, my family, something business related, or me going on the trip or something like that. You won't see anything else out of my social media.
Yes, because
before that, it was all photography. I'm working for photography. That was all business related. But other than that, you won't see anything personal about my shit on social media.
Well,
it's weird to me.
Okay, but it's that timing, like of how far back you're going. Yeah. Like, bro, like right now, like everything is moving faster. It's as far as the internet and how we communicate and all this and all that, like. You can post your emotions immediately opposed to 10, 15 years ago. Because you've been married for how many years?
I've been with my girl for 16 years, but I've been married for 4.
Yeah, so even in the 16 years, when we got to there, whenever the internet started, it still was like, you really don't cross certain lines for everybody else to see.
So now everything you post is up.
Yeah. Do you post things to get attention though? Are you posting things to get attention?
I don't post things to get attention. So like what I do with these events and all that kind of stuff, if like I got a show that week, I'm going to post more stuff.
Right.
Like, and it could be just like shit that I see on other pages that like is funny or whatever. Like, yeah, my story is going to be more popping that week because I'm trying to draw you in for like this event. Other than that, no. I don't like talking to people. Right. Yeah, like I'm chilling. Like, nah, Q know.
Good intention.
Good intention. Like, ever since I met Q, like that's my guy. Like we hang out, all that shit, whatever. Like he don't be off a lot. When he off, like hit me, hey, what you on tonight? If we link at the same spot, we won't even be talking.
Yeah.
He know. It's like, hey, you my nigga, we right here. Hey, we cool, we having a good, like, we not about to sit and chatty patty all night. Like, bro, like, I don't talk.
Yeah.
Like,
but you make some hell of a clips though.
Yeah, because y'all be drawing the stuff out. Yeah.
But that's the cool. Those are the type of cool people you should be hanging around with. Someone that, you know what I'm saying? Because like I hate being around motherfuckers that just like talk too much. You ever been around someone like, damn, this nigga talking still? Yeah. Like fuck. Like go get a drink or something.
Yeah. Like he know, like, all right. When you pull up, all right, we might be on the same mission. Like, okay, all right, we both here. We seeing what women is in here. Like, we peeping the scene, whatever. We gonna move, however we gotta move.
Yep.
And like that's that.
That's that.
Yeah, we can do small talk later, bro. Like,
I feel you.
That's that.
I feel you. Man, yeah, I don't know. I just feel weird, man. Like posting on social media. I don't know.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Same for me though. I mean, like. From the female perspective, like I don't post at all. Like anybody who knows me, like I barely post anything, and if I do, it's on my story, and it's just a thing of like I don't not that people who post need this, but like I just don't feel the need for validation. I also don't like people to have access to me, and I feel like Instagram and social media in general has created a space where like that's giving a lot of people that you don't know access to you. So I have a private page, I have minimum amount of followers, I follow people I know, and that's it. And that's just because like there's been people who are big time like social media influencers who posted in front of their door and then boom, they end up dead because somebody recognized that door and it was somebody who was creeping on them or whatever. So I just try to keep it safe. You can never be too cautious, but I just don't really care about social media like that.
Yeah. Let me tell you what bothers me too, man. I have a studio here and I see a lot of beautiful young ladies, you know what I'm saying? And you will see, I hate go against talking about girls and shit because I don't want to disrespect you guys, but you will see a beautiful girl online and you see her in person, it's completely fucking different person.
So fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So, dude, I mean, we call it catfishing. Like, what do you guys think about that? Let's talk about it. Yeah.
Wait, I have something to say about the other situation first.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. I feel like anything you post is for attention on social media. I mean, whatever you post is going to be for attention, either whether it's bad attention or good attention. You're posting it for attention, regardless. I use social media for everything, to network. I just use social media. So anything I post is either I'm trying to network or I'm just taking you on a day-to-day. I don't know. I influence a lot of women, or a lot of people to know where I came from and where I'm coming from now. It's like anything I post is going to be for attention purposes, I would say.
Oh, I mean, there's nothing wrong about posting to get things attention. Like, I post for business purposes to gain more clients. I post now, on my personal, just to build my network up. So the more people the more following is more value. You got some stuff you got to conform to social norms. But my problem I'm saying is, if you are on social media and you're crying and you take your phone out and you got to record yourself crying, start and stop.
I don't agree with that.
I feel like that's a fucking problem.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
That's a problem. That's crazy.
Negative attention.
That's crazy. That's crazy to me. You know what I mean?
Like they might be missing something from
100%. 110%. You know what I mean? So.
All right, now back to the catfishing.
There's a whole lot of catfishing going on out here, man.
On
these streets, man. And there's a whole lot of catfishing. And I think it's a problem. I mean, we can even get to these, like I said, no disrespect to the women, but these girls with the filters.
Stop them.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. So let's kind of touch on that. Like, why do you guys, I just want to ask the women first, unless you want to start.
No. Go ahead.
Why do you guys, you don't feel weird if you just, apply this filter and it look nothing fucking like you at all, like completely nothing like you. Then you go out in public, and you're like a completely different person. Like, I don't understand it. Like, why do girls do that?
See, I don't do that.
I'm not saying you don't.
No, but I'm just saying, I don't do that for that purpose of, when you see me on Instagram, you're going to see the real me. Because first of all, if I do the filters, it doesn't even look right. I feel like I look crazy with the filter on. So if I put a filter on, I know that somebody's going to look at me and say, no. Now, there are some filters that are really good that cover up, and people are like, dang, your skin, or dang, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then they see you and you still look the same. Yeah. So I will say those filters are good filters, but there are some really bad ones where I've seen them just blur out your whole eye section. Your nose ain't even there anymore.
Females look way different, man.
Yeah.
What y'all lying about now? I missed it. I want to back.
We're talking about filters on social media.
Females not looking the same on IG they do in real life.
Oh man, that shit crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I post myself all the time without filters. Sometimes I just like the filter, but I know I look good without it. So it's some of those people that use filters to try to cover how they look, or they blemishes or whatever. I don't do it for that. Sometimes it's cute. Yeah. So you have different people that like it for different reasons.
No.
Are you talking about the girls that don't look like nothing? They look like in their filters.
It creates a whole nother face.
Some of them do.
Just some of them they're trying to, like she said,
they're going for that look.
There's certain
that's the look they're going for.
Hyperpigmentation or like acne or something. Oh, they want lashes. Or something like that, and the filters give you that extra.
So I know a couple chicks that do. I know one particular that we had a line cook back in the day named Cody. What's up, Cody? But anyway, we had a line cook back in the day named Cody, so he had this little.
What's that
No. But anyway, so there was a chick, and she was nice. She was nice without the whole IG thing, but she knew she came and she was dirty. Like she wasn't up to par. She was up to par. So when she was like, tell him in the back that I think he cute, send him my number. So I was like, all right, bet. So she gave me the number. I sent it to him. He looked to see who it was out the window, and he wasn't really interested. So then I went back out there. She was like, oh, tell him this is my IG. So I went into the IG. She a whole IG model. She's bad as fuck on that bitch. And he's like, oh shit, that look nothing like her.
Right.
But she needed that nigga to see. So I'm gonna put my IG, make sure this nigga go look at my IG, and then tell him to text me. So sometimes they be needing that shit.
Sometimes, I don't like that.
Sometimes they do. Hey, sometimes they be needing it. I don't like it neither. But sometimes it's just.
I don't know.
Well, what's more important? And this is a funny question though.
Real life.
Because it was going to be real life or Instagram. Because some guys are like, oh, your followers, or oh, you don't post a lot, or there's no bikini pictures.
Nah, you gotta look good in real life.
Who says there's no bikini pictures?
Man,
That sounds like
you'd
a
be
white
shocked.
dude. Bikini flicks?
There's nothing on there. Like, but they literally will look and be like, well, where's all of the, like, why are you not like close to naked?
I mean, there's been a couple times like girls will hit like one of us up in the back and then be like, oh, we about to come to whatever restaurant or whatever. And we'd be like, all right, bet. So we be back there be like, oh, it's 7:00. Oh, this girl right here, her name is blah, blah, blah. She about to come pull up. Ooh, nigga, she look good as fuck. Boy, she pull up, be like, damn, son, that's her? And it'd be like, oh, man, like, damn, son. I was like, well, she ain't about to eat for free, so you gotta say, fuck that. Hope she ready to pay. Fuck all that. But yeah, no, we get it a lot, boy. We see it all the time.
That's
like all the people that come to
crazy.
Louisiana
I know y'all
Purchase,
do.
we see it all the time.
So, question for you guys: would you still date the girl, or will you still kick it with her if she was a catfish like that?
No, she's a liar. Who the fuck wants to date a liar?
You already started off
That's
bad.
stupid. Yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't. Nah.
Could lose.
Oh man, I had to pretend I had to go to work early. One shit, I was like, man, I said, oh shit, I gotta go to work. She was like, we're not gonna
that's
chill.
crazy.
I like, nah, but I'll let you know when my next off day though.
Yeah.
I was like, that was like 2 months ago. She was like, damn nigga, you still working every day? Yeah.
Like,
Still-
"Aw,
You say,
damn."
baby, I work 28 hours a day.
I'm still-
Goddamn it.
I'm at work right now. What you mean? I'm still working.
Still on the clock.
Yeah,
was
bro. Like,
hilarious.
but she had all kind of shit. Like, she had acne, freckles, all kind of shit. Her teeth was, I don't know. Like,
Oh!
I don't know what filter she had, but like,
It was a
and
good
then
one.
all that shit was straight. I'm like, damn, son, like that filter fire, dog. That's all I kept thinking the whole
Hell
time
no.
driving home. I'm like, boy, her filter was fire.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
bitch
sometimes
was-
the filter be a little bit too much. I think.
Yeah.
It'd be a little excessive, especially if you not cute without the filter. It's like you really catfish me, bitch.
Now, the
Yeah.
filters is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, guys can have
So I want to know what's up with guys
Really?
with filters because I've been hearing that a lot lately.
Yeah,
I've been hearing that a lot lately. Like niggas wearing
Yeah, I
with
heard that. Yeah,
filters.
dudes be wearing, yeah, they be doing the
Which
filters.
filter do they
I
use?
ain't never heard of that.
Oh, the girl ones? Yeah, there ain't no guy ones, right?
They use
Shit.
natural.
Damn.
I've been hearing that a lot.
I haven't seen that yet.
Niggas with filters. Yeah,
I haven't seen a guy
yeah,
with filters.
yeah.
Their catfish is
You like
different.
filters?
They'll wear like
Yeah,
the
on your
hat.
pictures.
Mike, you put filters on?
To what?
No,
I got on the hat. Hold on.
I am too.
I ain't hat fishing, baby. I get my haircut on Fridays. I get my haircut on Fridays. It's Monday. Yeah, I ain't hat fishing, you know what I'm saying?
He's saying, he put it back now.
You know what I mean?
Put that hat to the
I'm
back.
all right without it.
That is a male catfish. Like
Yeah,
they'll wear the
catfish?
hats on their pictures. They got the hats on and they
Y'all
look
can't
all
find
good.
hats that sexy.
Where they, no,
Hats is that sexy?
No,
Yeah,
like, but they
my
try to-
dude wears hats and he looked totally different without a hat.
No,
Yeah.
huh?
I'm telling
He
you.
got a big ass
I'd
head.
be like, damn.
It's the
Keep the hat on.
No.
they try to cover their hairline, so then like when they take it off, then you're like, ooh.
Oh yeah, see mine wasn't
Yeah.
Nah.
They be looking different. You look the same without your with
Yeah,
or
you
without
look
your
the
hat
same
on,
with
but
or
some
without.
dudes do.
Yeah,
They do be
thank
looking
you.
different,
Thank
right?
you.
But yeah, some
go
of
ahead,
them
get
do
that.
that. Or they try to do the
With
crouch
or without it.
so that they look taller when they stand up.
What they do?
Yeah.
They do
The
what?
little crouch down. with the-
No.
That's
huh?
a short dude thing.
Yeah, and then they stand up next to you, and then it's like,
No. huh? So what's up? So would you date short men? Like short men? Like
ooh.
I don't really have a preference. I don't have a preference in a dark man, a light skinned man, a short guy.
see, but you look like you would have a preference with height.
I really don't, because I done dated tall men and short men.
Okay.
The dude.
How short was he?
He wasn't shorter than me though. I wouldn't date a guy shorter than me.
Okay, yeah.
That's
Short
what I
man.
He can be. I'm 5'5", so like 5'9" is cool. You know. And, I would say, I guess I do have a preference, but like you're not shorter than me.
Not shorter than you.
I can't deal with that.
Yeah.
He's got to at least be
Be like
6 feet.
6'4".
Wait, no, I used to have a preference of like 6'3" and taller, but I was like, I can go 6 feet because if I wear like a 5-inch heel, I'm still like.
Nah,
like
you should
this.
just keep the 6'3" and taller.
But no, like because
Yeah, let's keep
I
running
started to be lenient.
Try to be lenient.
You got to be
I mean,
lenient for nobody.
like
Listen.
just because I was like, I'm canceling out a lot of people, like not everybody is.
Back to my equation chart.
Well,
She's canceling out. That's the equation chart.
It's like keeping your standards, but there's certain things that you can be a little bit flexible about.
Yeah.
As far as like that's something that's like on the surface level. Like height is nice, but it's not something that should be like a no. But there was a dude that was my height, and I was like, yeah. I don't think this gonna work.
See,
wow,
that's
interesting.
Exactly. So that goes back to the.
Nobody got that problem.
That goes back to the equation chart. You only have a certain amount of people that you have to choose from. It was like, man, it's like the pickier you are, the smaller your pool gets.
That is true.
You know,
though.
they go back. So then you have to give and take some shit. Well, I normally like my female to be about 5'2" to 5'6", and you can't have that. It was like, well, now you're getting rid of. So now you can't choose with that. You can't have a skin color option. You know what I'm saying? As far as black tone, you know what I'm saying? You gotta loosen up.
Wow, that's interesting. So you gotta compromise a little bit.
You gotta compromise a little bit. Otherwise, your pool gonna be smaller. You know what I'm saying?
But would you say that's in most cities? Most cities though?
Nah.
Interesting. Now we got a point there. You got a point.
Yeah. So now she went from 6'3" to 6 foot. You know, the 3 inches. The 3 inches could be a difference between 20 men and 40 men.
Oh yeah. Or more than that.
Yeah.
Things are better up here. Shit.
Oh man, I want to wait till she get back to ask this one because this is gonna be a good question, and she's from San Diego, so I want to wait kind of a little bit. So
we keep talking about other stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Other requirement.
Yeah. So so today is Martin Luther King Day.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Yep.
It is.
Don't even know why I brought that up. But.
So let me ask you this then.
What?
Who believes in Dr. Martin Luther King? Like as far as his ways and his methods.
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Why? What was you finna say?
No, I'm just asking.
I thought you were gonna compare.
I'm not about to compare, but I'm just saying, like in my household, it wasn't really.
It wasn't really hitting like that.
Nah, it wasn't hitting like that.
Were you more Malcolm X?
Yeah. My people more like Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, Huey Newton type of. Like if someone slaps you in the face, slap them back type of mentality. Not really like.
I would say that.
Turn the other cheek. Okay. Not really. Like stand together. You know what I'm saying? Like it is rooted deeper than that. It's like a lot of people, and it depends on who I talk to. For example, like my family in New Orleans, like now generation New Orleans, like they ignorant, so like they don't give a fuck about anything. But like my older generation of New Orleans people, they felt like Dr. Martin Luther King kind of led them wrong in a way. You know what I'm saying? Especially because like my mom's side from LA, and my mom's side people. California always had this reputation back in the G as being militant, and they was always like looked at as like the ones that didn't tolerate a lot of shit. So when you talk to like them on the older generation on that side, they like, man, that could never be us. Like whole like kumbaya, let the water holes and the dogs and all that kind of shit like that. They was more like that's not how we doing things out here. You know what I'm saying? And then my dad's side of the family was just like, I don't feel like that method was correct. I feel like we should have just stood together and we should have just combated everything that they threw at us and not really turn the other cheek, so to speak. We could have been more strategic with it.
I can kind of agree with that, especially from being from the South. You see a lot of racism and stuff. So, and a lot of what people believe, a lot of his teachings was kind of being weak. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
that was a popular belief, and like especially like my grandma said, like she really believed like Martin Luther King was weak.
Yeah. Especially where I'm from too. I'm from Albany, Georgia. I remember he even said that. He said if you go to Albany, Georgia, it can't help you. That's how racist where I'm from was. It was super segregated.
But the funny part about that is I remember it was an interview he did right before he died when he said I really tried to try to bring my people into a burning house. So it's kind of like he started to see, like I'm really trying to force equality, and equality we don't really need equality,
right?
So he started to see that right before he got killed. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why he had to go. Like white people felt like he had to go because he was close to turning. He was close. Sure. He was close to feeling like, am I really doing this? Like, is this really right? You know what I'm saying? And if he would have turned the other cheek, there would have been issues. It would have been game time for real. So,
yeah, it's crazy. Interesting, but you're right though, 100%.
All right.
I mean, how long can you like let somebody beat you up without you fighting back? You know what I mean? So
Yeah, no, absolutely.
yeah, I don't know.
What was the question?
We
was waiting on you, so we
though.
just made up some Martin Luther
okay.
King
That's what I
stuff.
missed.
So we actually started doing trivia. Okay, so
Yeah.
Okay, so how old were Martin and Coretta when they got married? You got 10 seconds on the clock.
Oh shit.
Ding, no.
20 and 23.
No. Nah, that's not what we doing. We going to the real topic.
Okay, there's a real topic. Real topic, guys. San Diego people especially. Is San Diego Mexican food that bomb, or is it just because you're raised here?
Nah, it's the best. It's the best Mexican food in the United States.
Yes, I done traveled to 37 different states, and I done had Mexican food all around the world, and I have never had Mexican food like
so
the food
I
in
think
San Diego.
is Mexican food in general that good? Because I don't think Mexican food is the best as far as the Spanish culture is concerned. I don't think Mexican food is the better option.
Bro, this is a clip and a half.
No.
I mean, I'm not going to say that like, oh, San Diego Mexican food is trash. I'm just saying Mexican food in general as a whole isn't the best.
No, for sure.
When it comes to Spanish culture.
But would you say that the
wasn't
best?
the question.
Yeah. Her question.
No, his question
His
was.
question
He's like a drunk uncle.
was the best. You said the best Mexican food, right?
In San Diego.
Yeah, it comes from San Diego.
Yes.
Right. That's 1,000% facts.
That is not
Yeah.
The best
That is
Mexican food
not-
is in
had better Mexican
it's in
food.
Mexico.
That is
Who
not
got
LA.
You out your fucking mind.
California, period.
No, LA has
California. I would say California then.
We're
sticking on
We're
that.
gonna stick with San Diego.
No, we're not. We're sticking with
We're
LA.
gonna stick with San
I'm
Diego.
with you on that.
No, we can say Chula Vista, but we're not gonna say LA is equal to San Diego.
Oh,
Not never.
Yes, it is. Why?
never.
Because y'all close to the border?
Exactly. That close is.
But
Okay, so you
period.
live next to an astrophysicist. Now you
Period.
astrophysicist?
Yes, nigga.
Okay, that's what we doing. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Because you build an airplane.
Bro, we are the
What
listen,
makes
we
y'all
have
think-
the best Mexican
No,
food.
y'all don't. Y'all doctor y'all shit up for no Perry's. Y'all got all this cream. Everything is just
Bro,
a
in
doctor.
LA, y'all still don't even know how to do it at every spot. And
What are you talking about?
The blueprint is right there.
What are you talking about?
So you saying LA has better taco shops than
He's
San
out of his
Diego?
fucking mind.
LA has better taco shops and a better food scene than San Diego.
LA do not have better
Okay,
taco shops. They might have a better food scene. I would agree with that. But they do not have
But
better
Mexican food, absolutely not.
Their food
No,
is
that's
better.
blasphemy.
Our food trucks are better than your food spots.
Mexican food.
Exactly. Our food trucks are much
I
better than
think-
your
All right,
spots.
first of all, you're not gonna talk about my boy Q over there like that. Talking about y'all food trucks is better than our food spots because
I said the Mexican food spots.
Oh no, you said y'all. No.
Why- That's
First of all,
brought New Orleans here.
there ain't 100 Mexican food trucks in LA. So we wasn't just talking about Mexican food. You took it over to some other shit as far as just like cultural food. You took it over to some other shit outside of Mexican food.
Oh, I said everything
Can I have
else.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was true too.
Yeah. Shut up. Like I said,
It is true. You know it's true.
we got the best Mexican food
No, y'all don't.
right here in San Diego.
you don't.
Yes, we do.
No, you don't.
LA, y'all are just now catching up
The lot.
as far as like
That's
taco
funny.
shops and things of that nature.
Why would we need to catch up with taco shops?
The taco shops is where it's at. Why do we need to go to a food truck to
Exactly.
get taco shop?
Is taco shops really where it's
later.
at? So look, hold on.
Exactly.
So as an
Hold on.
outsider looking in, I can say this. Like I said before, I can't really say that because the Mexican food isn't that good. It's not booming like
crazy,
that. Son. It's not booming like that. It's
You
like
guys are both from down south?
yeah, it's not.
And you like Mexican food?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but as like to me, it's like I'm not.
That's why you got married.
Yeah, that's why I got married. Mexican. I'm not gonna sit there.
Because my wife is Mexican,
I can see that. But I'm not gonna sit there like I don't sit there like other people. Like other people, I'll be around like people. They'll be like, man, let's go tacos. Let's go to 43rd. Let's go get some tacos. And I'm not gonna sit here and like getting tacos is like the first thing that come to my mind. Right. But you guys was raised here, so that's what you guys was raised on. So of course it would be because in New Orleans, like the first thing that go to their mind may be like, oh, let me go to Manchou's and get a chicken plate. Or let me go to Cajun's and get some crawfish.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
so
for
it's like
sure.
there. So
Right.
I understand why, but I'm just saying like as an outsider looking in, like outsider coming in, like just Mexican food just isn't isn't.
But
like,
we
you know
have
what
the
I'm saying?
best in America when it comes to that for Mexican food. That's what we do have right here in San Diego, California.
No, why do you?
I got
down south, and I'm like, okay, talking about like some wings or something like that. Then that becomes a conversation of what city down there got the best wings.
You definitely don't want to go
Like,
to New Orleans
San
and get
Diego,
Mexican food.
we don't have the best
We don't have
wings.
Mexicans, so you definitely don't want to come get no Mexican food from us.
But
But
the
we
Mexican
have the
food
best
here is
Mexican
not
food.
real Mexican food.
I mean, even people in
It
Tijuana.
depends, though.
50 minutes on the plane.
If you
And I go there, and their food is fire too.
But the funny thing about it is,
they're so close.
If you go there, they don't even have quesadillas. That's because it's not real Mexican food.
Yes, and because the kind of cheese that they
They don't have carne asada, fried. They don't have that.
But we can talk about tacos. We can talk about tacos. We got the best tacos in San
Bro, we
Diego.
got the best. Them street tacos. The street tacos is the closest thing to like Mexican.
Tacos are
way
Come on,
better than
man.
LA.
No, it's not.
Bro, you know what the best? You know what the best street tacos is?
Where?
So it's this place down in Hong Kong. So it's a Chinese restaurant in TJ, and right on the corner they got a taco stand, and they got fire ass tacos. But then you can go into Hong Kong, which is a Chinese restaurant, and get some bomb ass Chinese food too.
The Asian food out here is good.
Yep, y'all have okay Asian food too.
He said, okay.
Okay.
Jesus.
Nah, y'all probably got better Asians.
Yeah.
Because I watch Rush Hour.
Koreatown.
A lot of people
Koreatown.
Asians
Yeah.
live in LA.
Yeah.
No, yeah, y'all probably got better ones there.
But there's some good ones out here.
All right, so
No, we got
so San Diego has the best Mexican food. That's what.
Yeah.
it is.
Hands down.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say that.
Hands down.
Yeah.
In the United States of America, San Diego has the best Mexican food.
Hey, he said I kind of agree with Terrell. He said if you go anywhere else, somebody said that if you go anywhere else outside of San Diego,
From Ohio.
the food ain't gonna taste like the Mexican food we get here though.
Yeah.
Because it's different type of Mexicans. Of course it
Right.
will. But see what I don't get about the
We
whole
want
like
the Mexicans that's closest to Mexico.
right, but this is what I don't get about that close to Mexico argument. This is what I don't get about the close to Mexico argument. Texas Mexican food is trash.
Exactly.
San Antonio is right by the border too. And that shit's still trash.
Their border is different than our border.
It's just trash.
Arizona Mexican food.
First of all,
sucks.
Arizona Mexican food is horrible.
Horrible.
Okay, what's the most popular border for El Chapo and them?
Texas.
No, it's not. They ran the pipeline.
They ran
The pipeline underneath Chula Vista.
Okay.
It's an old time.
So what El Chapo taught y'all how to chop it up?
So that means that best relations is with us right here in California, not in Texas.
Yeah,
No,
cool.
I hear you.
House to house, because El Chapo is close.
That's
to
all
the
they got their most of cross right here.
Right here,
So-
exactly.
So San Diego has the best ones because.
But I'm just saying that whole by the border argument.
what I mean?
El Chapo is that guy.
Bro, that Texas border, they more Taco Bell. Like
That Texas border, that Texas,
Tex-Mex.
that shit's horrible though.
Exactly.
But even like she said, Arizona, though, that shit whack. That shit whack as fuck,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, I agree
I
with
like,
that.
oh, this is horrible, bro.
Okay,
Horrible.
so you agree that we got the best Mexican food right here in San Diego.
He's in
Even though you don't really like it. Even though it's not.
Mexican food.
Nah, it's
It's the best here.
It's authentic. It's
the
authentic.
best
It's-
here.
It's authentic.
It's the best here. On U.S. soil,
shit.
on U.S. soil, it's the best here.
It's authentic.
It's authentic. That's all you go
That's
get.
all that matters.
It's
As long as
exactly.
it's authentic,
No,
because
it's-
that's just real.
It's authentic. You know, I like some spots. I just don't like the whole. And Mark Vale, if you listening, I don't like the whole like you have to go to like 12 different taco shops to get one thing from each spot that's supposed to be good.
No,
like
you should have
he was
No.
like they
I
thought
don't
like
have
the
much
whole,
time on my hands.
see the whole argument was like, oh, if you want roll tacos, you got to go to Four Corners.
that.
If you want that red hot sauce, you gotta go right here.
Yeah,
It's here.
but the best carne, 43rd got the best carne side of fries.
No, they don't.
25th got the best California burrito. This spot got the best. I'm like, I don't like all that.
Yeah.
Why can't we just go to one spot and get everything good?
Right.
Yeah, that
Okay,
is
but
true.
you know
That
what?
is
But
true.
you know what?
Come
On the
on.
rebuttal,
Come on.
because you put out a list today of steak places for a steak.
I did.
But I guarantee
Talk
that
about it.
as you talk about sides and other things like that, your numbers might switch like as far as like the spot. Like you'll be like, oh, this place is the best for the steak.
Yeah.
But that place that I listed as number 7 for steak might be the best for this item or that item.
Yeah, it could
So
be
it's the
because
same thing.
every spot's mac and cheese ain't the same.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like your shit.
That's a good point.
So every taco shop don't got the same quality.
Wait. No.
What?
His is the top of the list. But I went to another place, but I didn't want to put that in there. That like I didn't like because it's a new place owned by people that look like us.
I know you're talking about.
Their consistency wasn't, you know what I mean?
I know you're talking about.
I think my mac and cheese is fire.
Hey, Q got that mac and cheese. That joint hit in. You know what I'm
You
saying?
be making a macaroni and cheese
when they bake it too, with the cheese and they bake it.
He did everything.
Or they just got your recipe.
He did everything.
Because every time I go, it be tasting different.
Yeah, they got my recipe.
Wow.
No, they just got my recipe, and it depends on who cooks it that day. But they make everything done like by orders. So we don't scoop pots, like we don't scoop pans back there. Like everything's done. Like if we get like 10 orders, we'll do 10 orders out, and they'll do it. Then they'll do a whole nother 10 or a whole nother 20 orders. Stop everything from
That's
being
always fresh.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, man. I appreciate you guys, man. We're gonna wrap it up. Appreciate you guys for coming on. We had some really good discussions,
especially with this Mexican food. But hold on. Let's go back to the Mexican, because next week we're gonna have the Latinas on here. Supposedly, you know what I'm saying. So, but
I am Latina, and Mexican food is the bomb.
What do you don't like about Mexican food, though?
All right, let's break it down. No, it's not the fact that I don't like Mexican food. I'm just saying, like, if you try other Spanish cultures, like their food is like seasoned better for one. Like I dislike when a lot of people be like you from the South, you used to certain seasonings, and when I say like I want seasoning, I don't mean like just throw some salt on it. But a lot of people be like, oh, I'm Latina, I know how to season, and I'm just like, all right, you know what I'm saying? But the seasons aren't really the same, right? So Puerto Rican food is good, you know what I'm saying? It's cool, but Honduran food, to me, Honduran food is like smashing, like it's smashing. Even like the different way that they do their tacos and enchiladas is better. It's different ingredients. It's seasoned better. You know, they put more emphasis on the flavors. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Mexican food, I know like Mexican food is like more cheaper items, stuff like that. It depends on where you get it from.
Jacked up. He said cheaper.
It is. I mean, it is. That's what it is. The whole thing with carne. You know what carne asada meat is?
Huh?
You know what carne asada meat is?
The booty.
Pretty much. So it's like it's all about.
But you said you eat ass, so like, that's good ass. I like carne asada.
It is good ass. It is good ass. It's funny that you said that. It is good ass. I do not eat chitlins though, but it is good ass.
You don't eat chitlins?
No, I don't eat chitlins.
Oh,
Bro,
you eat chitlins,
Courtney?
Courtney?
From the South. Hell yeah, bro.
We know you do. You make your family struggle every year. At one night. Oh my God.
Bro, chitlins good, bro. Chitlins good.
Oh my goodness.
You eat tripe too?
Huh?
Tripe?
No, I don't eat that. Don't eat that.
Not even in your
I agree with you though. Different.
No.
Do you eat pho?
Honduras people.
Yeah, like what's my dad?
Honduran, like Honduran food.
I like Peruvian. What's Peruvian?
Peruvian is good too.
Are they Spanish?
I don't think they
I
Spanish.
know a lot of people who eat pork.
I know
I
Peruvian
get that
food
one
is
that comes with all
good.
three.
Food is
Like,
good.
Yeah, I eat pho. Yeah.
oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, I eat chitlins though. Chitlins are good, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
Have you had
you
good
look like you eat
chitlins?
chitlins.
I never know. No.
Chitlins good, man.
But
I don't
anyway,
even rock
back
with the swine.
to the Spanish food. But like, if you ever try like, I don't know if you ever tried like El Salvadorian food, or if you ever tried Dominican food, fire, like shit like that. Like, so like everybody just has like different whole little thing. And just to me, when it comes to like Spanish culture, Mexican food really isn't. You know, the same thing with Southern food.
What's
Like
your
not every Southern food. Not every Southern city has good Southern food. Like everybody is all different.
I agree
You know,
with that.
somebody from Arkansas, they shit ain't gonna taste like somebody from Jackson, Mississippi, or Houston. You know what I'm saying?
what
So it's the
about
same thing in Spanish cultures.
These Asian people, they always be in the back making soul food and making Mexican food. It's like it depends on the person. 'Cause you could be a different culture.
Asians taking over a lot of shit. Asians took over Jamaica.
Yeah, you could be a different culture and cook a different culture's food. You know, I could be Asian and cooking Mexican food better than a Mexican person. So I guess it maybe just depends on the cook.
I mean, it do depend.
I don't know. I'm Mexican and Puerto Rican, and I'm black too. So I incorporate that in there in my Mexican food too. So I guess it just depends on the person.
It really do, because I know like back home, we like in our kitchens, we don't have other races, just black. So if you do eat Mexican, a black person made it. If you eat Chinese, a black person made it.
Yeah.
If you eat Italian, a black person made it. You know what I'm saying?
Just
But
the
we put our own seasonings and shit in it. So it's like you may go to like like eat tacos, you'd be like, okay, I taste like the chili powder, the cumin, the whatever. It was like, oh man, but I'm gonna throw some Tony Satchery, some extra garlic powder, some onion powder, and all the other shit in there. You like, damn, this is some bomb ass tacos. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know, because Tyrone back there whipping that shit up. You know what I'm saying? It's just.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Them birria tacos that you make, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
Oh yeah.
I love the birria tacos across the street from Louisiana Purchase.
Damn, you said across the street.
Them
No, that was no.
Yes, they do. They be good.
No, my problem
but you can't tell somebody who make birria tacos.
I'm a cook, so
the
I
birria
make
tacos
good birria
across the
tacos,
street
but
from
them,
you.
they is good.
The Kalima's birria tacos are okay.
I like them.
They are okay.
They good to me.
They just
Okay, so who you like more?
They
You
just
like,
miss out on
you like
seasoning, too.
Colima's or you like Louisiana Purchase
I don't
better?
really like Louisiana Purchase like that.
Okay.
I like that.
Well,
To be brutally honest.
we are wrapping this up on a. I
but
thought we was walking out of here like this.
I have some things that I
okay.
like from there, but I guess I'm a critic because I am a cook. I love
I
to cook.
respect it.
So
I
I'm a
love it.
critic. So I'm always, when he's there, I like the food. You know what I'm saying? But I've been there a time where it was somebody else cooking. I'm like, did you cook this? He's like, no, I ain't cooked that. I ain't like it.
I used to go there
So
3
it
times
just
a day.
depends on the person cooking it.
I used to go there 3 times
I
a day,
think,
baby.
No, you
even if they got the same recipe,
But
you know what I'm saying?
No, I live
It
around
do.
the corner from
It
there,
do
so
depends.
I'm gonna go try their birria tacos.
I
across
like
the street
them.
from
I mean, I just
Louisiana
hook them up a
Purchase.
little bit. You know what I'm saying? Put my little lime, whatever I got to put on it.
But she
I
said
like
she
that.
hook them up.
I'm a lime,
Yeah, I mean, anything I eat, I got to put my little extra.
Kalima's, I'm not. They just inconsistent. That's all.
I don't like all their food.
Hey,
I think it's because they have like 200 things on the menu. I think
they got
a lot of things on the menu. My friend
No, I
said
didn't
that
know
too.
until one day when I went in there and sat down and it all was flipping on the screen. And I was like, wait, y'all got that too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chef Mike, I'm talking about you.
They had
He did not-
spaghetti.
He was like, they got 200
They
things
had
on the item.
spaghetti at the taco shop.
Bro, and yeah, Kalima's be having shitting too. Kalima's be having.
Man.
Are they dirty or what?
I don't know.
But I just like the birria tacos. I ordered some
I'm
side
finna
of
go
fries
get
there
me
and they
some
was
right
not
when we
good.
leave here. Like,
It wasn't
no,
good.
I live around the corner.
And
Hell
they
yeah,
open
man.
24 hours.
That's crazy, man. But hey, want to wrap it up, man. Appreciate you guys, man. Come on the podcast. Before we wrap up, I wanted to just get your shout out. Tell me your Instagram handle if you choose. If not to, we understand you want to keep it private. But we'll start out because we didn't introduce ourselves in the beginning. You know what I mean? So yeah. Can we start from the right? Terrell, you want to
Oh, you want to start with me? Hey, how's it going? My name is Terrell. My Instagram is The Man NSD. That's at THEMANINSD. All spelled correctly because I'm educated, but not really. Yeah, I enjoy being here with you all. That's not what we're supposed to do, right? I'm not supposed to tell you how much I enjoy being here and how this is my therapy. And yeah, because I don't talk to people in real life, but I'm talking to y'all right now. Looking right into the Canon of EOS.
There you go.
Yes. We're going to go to the left.
Hi everyone, my name is Bria. My Instagram is at Bria Simone, and that's with the CY, so BRIACYMONE. And thanks for having me on. It's my first time doing a podcast. It's pretty cool.
Man, appreciate to have you, man, for sure.
Thank you.
We got my man Mike over here.
Always Michael Cox at Partner with Mike and LA Still, and we'll always have the better tacos. And I want to end on that.
Ooh, man, we're not going to do that. Y'all tacos is trash.
Therapy's obviously not working.
I'm Courtney Hendo, Hendo Studios. Courtney Hendo on all social media platforms. Yep, for sure.
I'm Layla _Cali with 2 eyes. I'm from San Diego. It was nice having. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate you.
Chef Q, Chef Works 86. Chef Quinnton on Facebook, Chef Works 86 on IG. You can catch me at Q&A's, Coco Maya, Louisiana Purchase, Coco Cabana, whatever else I do. You can catch me there. So,
Everything.
everything.
Mr. Everything.
All right, you guys. This is the Hendo Podcast, and we are out. We'll see you later.